Certified salute. What up, FBA? We in the building. And I got a question. How in the hell do we go from the Black Panther Party to the Tether Panther Party to the Chicano Tether Party? I'm going to have my family tell me what it is because foundational Black Americans going to put it all on the line. But guess what, y'all? We've been waiting for this. FBA all damn day long. Let's go to work. We in the house. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
There they go. Certified Black Alpha, number one. Certified Black Society. We in the house. Who in here? Michigan in here. Hold on. Michigan in here. Philly in here. Mississippi's in the building, in the place. I see you. All the way live. I see Memphis is in here. Again, 336 is in here. The 414. Milwaukee's in the building, in the place. I see you. Let's go to work. Cleveland, Ohio. That's the 216 is in the building. Baltimore, B-more, you know it. Houston, Texas is in the building. Fayetteville, North Carolina's in the building. Atlanta, the 404 is in the building. I know what time it is. Las Vegas is in the place. Virginia, stand up. Seattle, Oregon, stand up. 912, that be Southeast Georgia in the house. Chicago in the house. All of New York. I got Akron in the house. Columbia, South Carolina in the house. The 314. Arizona's in the building. Another VA. Another Missouri. St. Louis to be exact. New Rochelle's in the place. Shout out California. The 503 South Florida. Arizona. San Jose. Oakland, California. Brooklyn in the place. The 229. Myrtle Beach. VA. Brooklyn 704. West Philly in the building. Born and raised. Montgomery, Georgia. 706. Cincinnati. Chi-Town. NYC. New Jersey. 323. The DMV, and we all in here if you're feeling me. Let's go. Family, you know what it is. Delineation all damn day. Regulation all damn day. Reparations generation all damn day. And now they went and got them a broke, busted, bootleg ass jive turkey Black Panther Party. But I call this the Tether Panther Party. What names y'all got? Somebody said the Goya Panther Party. I'll be damned. Somebody said the Timu Black Panther Party. Somebody said it's Timu P. Newton. Goddamn. Did y'all FBA start off on one like that already? Damn. When FBA come in hot, already bubbling, already cooking, then you know what it is. Family, we shut down the boule. We shut down Black Lives Matter. But within 2 weeks, fam, they done try to dust them up and bring them back. You think it's a coincidence that you got all of this stuff going on with ICE and then they find them the most cheap, broke down, trash ass, fake activist organization, and they say, I got some nice deals. Let's bring back the Black Panthers. And we can put a bunch of Dominicanos and Puerto Ricanos, and we can put some Mexicanos, and we could tell everybody that they represent the will of the people. But you don't represent the will of the people because we represent the will of the people. Let me tell you what the will of the people are saying. And I mean certified foundational Black Americans, and we about 50 million strong. That's how we feel right now about this group or any other group that you bring forward, okay? Because they don't represent the will of the people. The real Black Panthers, certified salute to you. The fake Black Panthers, you already know. And we about to bubble, we about to cook, and we about to go to work, family. You know what they trying to do. You're not getting Black Americans involved with the whole ICE situation. It just ain't gonna happen. You can try, you can come up with whoever. Where D-Ray at? Fam, they done got D-Ray. D-Ray done came left, brought him back. You seen Sean Queen, Talcum X popping up. Now they done try to give us this guy, Timu P. Newton. I be damned. Family, is this Democratic sponsored? Is this Democratic sponsored, family? That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling. But here's the kicker before we go there. Y'all knew damn well Black Alpha was not going to let nobody disrespect my icons, and that be the Black Panther Party. And y'all knew damn well Black Alpha wasn't going to let nobody disrespect Huey P. Newton. And since that said, family, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. we're going to carry the torch for our family, and we're going to hold it down, and we ain't going to let no fakers do so. So the Cos Panthers, you up next. Let's go. Family, when you see them walking around here and they talking like this, then you know they ain't like us. It's on.
ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee they won't. I put a hole in their chest. No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed women was by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger
No, I don't, you dig, you jive turkey. Fam, this man done got a 1973 accent out of nowhere. Because if the coppers wants to come on us, you dig, we's as the Black Panther parties for self-defense, we's not gonna let it happen because it's too close to Thanksgivings to be a jive turkey. If you don't get that fake black exploitation film energy the hell out of 2000 and anything, this is the best you got, go get a refund. Go get a refund. I'm sending you back to whatever Tether sent you, whatever Boule sent you, whatever supremacist Mayo Miracle Whip empty jar sent you. And you better go get your money back because you dig ain't gonna work.
Around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger and we don't take no shit.
Who the hell talks like that nowadays, fam? Damn that. Who talked like that in the 2010s, the early 2000s? Folk wasn't talking like this in 1998. Tupac in 1996 wasn't talking about some thug life, you dig? Bone Thugs wasn't saying East 1999 Cleveland, you dig? DMX wasn't saying stop, drop, shut them down, you dig? Hell no. Fam, these folks done sent us Timu P. Newton, the Cos Panthers, and we still ain't putting on no capes for the illegals, you dig?
Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shit. It's a semi-automatic shit. That means them shells out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got body armor and walkie-talkies that makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal.
Oh, boy, if you don't take that fake-ass Huey Newton accent. Fam, normally you have accents that are from a particular region. This man got an accent from a particular decade. He got a different century accent. When the pig and the Gestapo wants to come and oppress the brothers and sisters, you dig? I want all y'all to give me a high five on the black side. No. We ain't with none of that. Keep it moving.
Comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation?
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, everybody say her name, Renee, right? She just got in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're gonna get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because the revolution is in the barrel of whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice. You don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without it is either a slave or they're about to be one. So if people worried about people being scared of him,
Stop. Don't use Huey P. Newton, Timu P. Newton. Don't do that. We ain't going down that line. When Huey P. Newton said that, he was in reference to people who are oppressed, not people who jump in front of cars in front of federal agents, not people who hop over borders and unlawfully enter countries. You ain't gonna sit here and connect foundational Black American oppression with Julio Romero Gonzalez, because I got a strong suspicion that you are a Julio Romero Gonzalez. Dig that.
Newton also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here, free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years.
He was lying right there, y'all. Don't believe that. He was lying. He over there saying, well, you know, my people, hey, we got clothes on Saturday, y'all. Get over here. You ain't talking to nobody. Fam, this is performative. Performative. We don't wear costumes. We get to business. All right? We don't put on no damn decoratives to go put in work. Not near foundational Black American in this chat right now said, I'm going to go stand on business, but hold on for a second. Let me go put on my costume. Let me go put on a hat. Let me go put on some new shoes and let me get a fake accent from 1973. We don't do that. This is a new time, new era.
Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us, now that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's
freeze. Here we go, fam. That is just a little introduction to this regulating that's about to go on right now tonight. Family, first off, we as foundational Black Americans who are certified in on code, we as grassroots, we denounce all of that. All of that. And anytime you see somebody running around talking all that jive turkey talk, throwing out those threats, basically giving the agenda, that's to make the block hot. Okay, you got to understand this, my brothers and sisters. That right there is purposeful so they can criminalize the movement. They've been trying to criminalize the movement. You got all these damn tethers all over the world, and they try to criminalize the movement. You got the Mayos and the Miracle Whips trying to criminalize the movement. Can I tell you guys why we're so powerful right now in this era? The reason why we're powerful in this era, brothers and sisters, is because we're winning by playing it fair. We ain't undercutting nothing. We ain't breaking no laws. Look how far we've come right now by being just businessmen and women, by being professional, handling business. We ain't out here doing all that rowdy stuff. Let me ask y'all a question right now. If you look at the grassroots movement from Black Americans, and then you look at white women, who's more violent out here in these damn streets? If you look at the foundational Black American grassroots movement, and then you look at illegals, who's more violent out here in these damn streets? Charlie Kirk just called. He said they're very, very violent where he's from. Yes, and I'm talking about before and after. We ain't doing none of that. You can't put all that on Black Americans, can you? The only thing you can do is you can send out these people to run around here with weapons, throw out a bunch of empty threats with a bunch of tethers, and then try to dump that off on us. They don't like the fact that now their ethnicity is in all those headlines. You got these people from Sudan who did a crime. These people from Somalia who did a crime. These people from Jamaica who did a crime. Now they want to say, how can we make this just about flat blackness again? You can't make it about flat blackness, because the moment you try to make this about flat blackness, we going to let your ass know that flat blackness is over with. We done seen the script. FBA out here winning by being certified and just doing what it do, baby. You feel me? Now, let me go ahead and show y'all how these individuals really want to make this some type of situation that they can benefit from. Look at this. As Minneapolis shooting stirs fears of state violence, several Black Panther Party members made their presence known in Philly. The group has been holding regular weekends, basically food programs in North Philadelphia for several years. Family, let me ask y'all a question. $1 million, billion, $1 trillion question. Why is some Black Panther Party in Philadelphia getting all these cameras for something that went on way the hell in Minnesota? Doesn't this look just like Black Lives Matter? Have we right here on this channel, and I'm talking about consistently for the last 2 years, see, while Black Lives Matter went into hiding and hibernation and were trying to come up with something else when they went to the supremacist drawing board to come up with a new plan to try to fool us, we never stopped reporting it right here. As a matter of fact, we were reporting on Black Lives Matter 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago, while everybody else was silent because we knew what they was going to do, recycled racism. So how in the hell they getting all this goddamn money and all this damn coverage? How? Why the cameras all over this dude all of a sudden? Fam, this is way in Philly. And by the way, where's all this for reparations? Black Panther Party, Tether Panther Party, because that's what I'm going to call you, because you ain't the real Black Panther Party. I know some real Black Panthers who be about that business, and I would never associate them with this type of jive turkey. But family, when I tell y'all these individuals are doing all of this for a particular reason, let me show y'all what that reason it is. Oh man, it's going to get you, fam. Oh, get ready for this one, my certified foundation of Black Americans. Now you have all these W's who are coming out the woodwork, and let me tell you what the W's are saying. They're saying, let's go start us a White Panther Party. It's on now. Here you go, family. Now you're starting to see them pop out the woodwork, and they're saying, let's start us a White Panther Party, and I'm going to show y'all how deep all of this goes. Because remember, if they start a White Panther Party, then they can start saying that we's all's one. It's all's one big solidarity. Look at this right here, my brothers and sisters. These folks are trying their best.
Never run up on me. I guarantee that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's going to happen. They touch me. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out.
More of that, please. Can we get more of that energy, please?
No.
Because damn. Is there a Boston chapter? Just wondering, because I'll like donate. If you don't follow, I'm gonna tag this man below. His account is much bigger on the other app, and they have another account as well that shares their content. Listening to this man speak, it's like the antidote to that last video I posted, basically. Powerful.
Black Panther Party were equal and opposite. I see other white people asking, how do I join the Black Panther Party?
Stop. Notice how much the W's is embracing them, y'all. Notice that the left is loving them. The left is over there loving them like crazy. Can you start a White Panther Party? Where do we sign up? Can I donate? Oh, it gets worse. Lock in, tap in, baby. It's Friday. We here.
Can I join the Black Panther Party? And yeah, you can. Historically, you can. I've worked with the Black Panther Party, setting up food banks, attending unions. But I have another proposition. What if we start a White Panther Party? We gotta police our own. Let's do it. There used to be a White Panther Party. It was de-established a long time ago. And yeah, they all look pretty cool too. If you're in there for the fashion. I hope you're not, but they had long hair, wore leather jackets too, and gave power to the people.
Hey, if you're blue, stick around. If you're MAGA, just fuck off. You notice ICE is scraping the bottom of the barrel, right? Yeah. That they are getting out of shape, ill-fitted clothed men. They're all just fragile babies. It's kind of funny that they're in ICE and they're all such snowflakes. Anyway. With that comes hating women, hating being disrespected by women because they say women is lower than them. But did you see those Black Panthers in Philly? That's what we need. We need men like that who stand up and call them pussies and carry their guns and know the law and
no the hell you what? Hell no, not no black man. Fam, y'all look right here how Karen number 854 is trying to insert black men into some type of feminist movement. Oh, this is littered with all the liberal tactics. Watch and observe, my brothers and sisters. We gonna break it down, my brothers and sisters, the thorough way. Listen to what they doing. They putting a target on you, and you. This is all a part of the plan. Black folks ain't protesting with you. Bring black folks in, put a target on black folks, and then go back to the suburbs so you can go get your little BS, baby supremacist, some milk. You see what she's doing? Why aren't you asking your own men to do this? Why aren't you asking your man? Fam, I want all my brothers out there. You see what happens when you start dealing with these W women? You see how quick she wants to put a brother on the front line? How come your man ain't doing it? Your man protects all the resources, all the tangibles, politically, everything that these people from their community always want to hold on to. But when it comes to some type of street justice, then they want us to be in the front line. You don't want us in the front nowhere else until some things start flying in the air. You see what we talking about? We ain't done.
just yell right back at them and call them traitors because they'll listen to them. And it's not fair. I agree. Okay. It's not fair. But they see women and children as below them. So we got to get some guys. All right. I can't help it. We have to get some guys that they're like, would look up to is an out.
No. Go get the Boogaloo Boys. Go get the Proud Boys. Go get the Triple K. Go get the Democrats. Go get the Republicans. Fam, you get it. Go get the damn Dallas Cowboys. I don't give a fuck. Go get you somebody from your community. Now you want to talk about we need some men. I hope y'all hearing the Miracle Whip whistle. I hope y'all hearing this Miracle Whip whistle. She's basically trying to say, black men, y'all go to the front line and take yourself out for Karen, while Karen's man, he gonna be sitting there at the courthouse writing all types of laws to harm black Americans. Y'all see? And family, why after all of this she said right there, she had to bring up alpha? Why she had to start talking about we need some alphas? We need an alpha. Can an alpha come here? No. Call Conor McGregor on the phone. Call goddamn who else? Tom Brady. He don't play football no more. He can help you. Why you want me? Tom Cruise. No, go get Arnold Schwarzenegger. Justin Timberlake. He likes to hang around black folks. Fam, you name them. Y'all tell me in the chat. Who can she call? Hell, she called the Ghostbusters. Except for my man, Ernie Hudson. Shout out to you, Ernie Hudson. Shout out to you, Winston. Call the Ghostbusters. I don't give a damn. Call somebody who's not a black man, because a black man is handling black business.
They're like would look up to is an alpha. God, it's just the grossest way to think. But I think that's the way we gotta go, because they're not gonna listen to it any other way. Is an alpha.
Now, this may just be me, but as a white person, I don't understand why we're asking.
No, ain't no damn alpha. Y'all, because somebody said Brett Favre, Arnold Schwarzenegger barely walked, the Backstreet Boys, Steven Seagal. Who the hell said Vanilla Ice? You cold. Somebody said the Riddler, Bruce Wayne, and Batman on his days on and off. Yeah, call Stephen A. Smith. He want to be a white man. All these damn Republican and Democrat COONs who want to be white. Call them. Yeah, call Jake Paul. Call Jake Paul on the phone. He'll pick up. Give him a call. You better call Jake Paul and get the fuck out my way. Certified.
The Black Panthers, if we can join their party instead of resurrecting the White Panther Party, which was created to show support and allyship for the Black Panther Party. Now hold the fuck up. I understand the majority of Black Panthers are not going to give a fuck if you're white. They're going to give a fuck if you're the right kind of person to be fighting alongside them.
That's not true.
That being said, if you're white and...
That's not true, fam. Listen to how she's twisting the words. The average Black Panther only care about who you are as a person. It's about the content of your character. That is not why the Black Panther Party was out there holding it down. They're misconstruing it, y'all. No, don't rainbow the Black Panthers.
Now hold the fuck up. I understand the majority of Black Panthers are not going to give a fuck if you're white. They're going to give a fuck if you're the right kind of person to be fighting alongside them. That being said, if you're white and you join the Black Panther Party, there is a chance that you may not even be on the front lines, because it's not about you. It's not about your face. It's not about your voice. It's about the Black community.
There you go. There you go. What I just said, y'all. There you go. She's telling you what I just said. She's just giving you her Miracle Whip version of it. Did you hear what she said? If you join the Black Panther Party, you may not have to be on the front line. Uh-oh. So that means the black man would be on the front line. And he who's on the front line is subjected to what? The damage. He's going to be harmed. So that black man won't go back home to his black family, so he can't raise his black kids with his black wife, while you and your man is way the hell in the back. While Channing Tatum is sitting here watching. Yeah, you see, Eminem ain't going to that front line. You see what they're trying to do here, family? And they're all doing this in conjunction with Timu P. Newton.
And yeah, you have to be okay with that, because this organization was created to call out the oppression made by white people. You're not going to be centered in it. There is no reason why we're not resurrecting the White Panther Party. I'm just saying. And I don't know, it's kind of just rubbing me the wrong way about how many people are just waiting for black men to come in and save us when we can do the work ourselves by holding white men accountable, especially the ones at our dinner tables. I digress.
So stop. The ones at your dinner table, so your kids. Look at them right there, fam. Can white people join the Black Panthers? I think we ready. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you who ready. I'm ready to bubble, to cook with y'all, because we almost got 2,000 people in here, fam, and we ain't even been on for 30 minutes. So what that tell you? Tell you it's time to go. Notice that, fam. I want everybody right there to pick up on what you just seen right there. You're seeing about 50 different tactics, and every last one of those tactics were all designed to harm black Americans. Not one thing that those people said benefits us. You talking about Black Panther. You know what they're really saying, fam? We want to use y'all name so we can go to the front line. Why do you need the name Black Panther to go do what you want to do? Why do you need Black? Why does Black or Panther have to be associated with y'all? So you need a white Panther party for you to go fight ICE. You're jumping in front of ICE right now. You're jumping in front of ICE. You're throwing snowballs at ICE. I seen somebody hit ICE with a bottle of piss, okay? That ain't got nothing to do with Black people, Black Panthers, nothing. So why do you need our name other than you're trying to hijack our terms like you always do? That right there is the definition of tethers. And think about it, y'all. You got this guy who pops up out of nowhere. All these cameras are everywhere. Something happens in Minneapolis. The cameras are in Philly. He talking reckless about harming agents. Hell no. That ain't the type of time we on, brothers and sisters. We not on that time. See, that right there is trying to create an atmosphere of hostility that the only people who are going to have to deal with that are going to be Black Americans. So, no, we denounce that. But notice, y'all, Miracle Whip gives you Huey P. Hernandez, or no, I got a better one. This is Julio P. Newton. Julio P. Newton gets put in front of Black folks by Karen. Next thing you know, they try to come down onto the community, y'all. You see, that's how these people play. And it's been everywhere on social media. On social media, W's is out there damn near throwing parties and parades, y'all. They out there saying, can we join? I want to join. Look at this right here. Let me show y'all this. Look at this, fam. This is for my family. Look at this. Look at them W's right there, fam. Please help. Thank you. Look at the next one. Thank you. Hearts, 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 hearts. Fam, do they ever say this about reparations? Did they say this when Breonna Taylor was unalive? No, they did not. No, they did not. Did they say this when Jordan Davis was unalive? No, they did not. Never did. Look at this, fam. W's all across social media. Thank you from an old white lady in North Carolina. Someone said Black Panthers are back. Look at this. This is what's going on right now on social media, fam. These individuals are truly, genuinely out in the streets saying that the Black Panther Party is back and they're back to save white folks. Because you had Julio P. Newton, and what was the first thing Julio P. Newton was doing, y'all? He was running around here talking about, say her name, say her name. And you got to question, how come you never seen Julio P. Newton before a W woman ended up getting unalived? I mean, damn. Family, we only put the dots together because we always correct. So, fam, I mean, damn, we've been cooking now for 27 minutes and it feel like we've been on for an hour because we done dropped about an hour worth of receipts. And you're going to love the next 2 hours because we got even more. And my brothers and sisters already see it. I'm seeing y'all in the chat right now, denouncing it all the way. See, we have to maintain our ancestors and our elders because everybody's trying to take them from us. Everybody's trying to take our ancestors away from us, and we're not going to allow that to happen. So Black Americans simply said, we're not going to go into these protests because it's not our fight. Stand down. Y'all notice every time Black Americans say it's not our fight or stand down, they always come up with some fake organization, some fake activist, or some fake group that fake and speaks on behalf of us. And they always push them to the front line with all these different cameras and all this different footage. If a Black American in January says, hey, stand down, about a week later, you're going to have some fake activists who said, I represent all Black people. If a Black American in August says, hey, not our fight, the next week, you're going to have another fake activist or fake organization, and they're going to say, I represent all Black people. You notice that play, right? And we've been shutting it down every time, haven't we? Well, watch this even further, brothers and sisters. How do you know this is all about immigrants? Because Julio P. Newton from the cosplaying Panthers, he said it was.
All power to the people. Chairman Paul Burton reporting for at the Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for Black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than Black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one.
I know a hell of a lot about the Black Panther Party. I know for a fact that Huey P. Newton is a co-founder of the Black Panther Party, and it was created in August before they wanted to get a movement going, and then October they ended up actually establishing it. I know about the 10-point program. I know for a very fact that Huey P. Newton was kind of reserved about joining, but Bobby Seale said he was going to anyway after Bobby Seale attended a rally with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that they were going to boycott Wonder Bread to the point where they wonder where the bread went. I know about the Black Panther Party for self-defense, and I know for a fact that you're taking their words and running with it. He said, we stand with people who are oppressed. He didn't say we take on their issues, we jump in the front line. He didn't say we harm ourselves and we let the same exact people who do the oppressing oppress us. Get your facts together, because now you're rocking with the best. Trust me, family, we know how the game go. We know how the game go. And that is a complete gross misrepresentation of what Dr. Huey P. Newton said.
Everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, the Black Panthers stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese and Vietnamese. The Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam. So for you guys who are talking all of this gibberish about, you guys aren't following traditions of the original, who do you think our leaders are? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther, right? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther who walked with Huey Newton. That's our leadership. And Billy J. Brooks, that was Fred Hampton's right-hand man. So you guys you sound stupid, to be honest. You sound like you don't really know what you're talking about.
Why the hostility towards us? Sound like you done flip-flopped off of ice and now you're talking about black folks. Goddamn. Yeah, absolutely. This ain't 1970. Fam, let me go ahead and give you some real facts about the Black Panther Party. First off, any solidarity that the Black Panther Party spoke of was solidarity amongst people who were cool with us, not people just because. See, they try to make it look like the Black Panther Party said, we just stand with every goddamn body. It don't matter. Hit me across the head with a brick. We can be friends, though. Hit me across the head with a bat. We can be friends, though. That's not what the Black Panther Party said. Do y'all remember when that Aflini chick was running around here and she said, we need to support Palestine just because? Even if they don't like us, who cares? We just need to support them. That's not what it said. It said people who rock with us, we rock with them. It does not mean we jump in front of the line. We are in the same organization, the same group, and all that Rainbow Coalition, that was just a term. Fam, if the Rainbow Coalition actually existed, tell me the members. Tell me the names. Tell me where they met at. Tell me the documentations. The documentation should be there. Tell me the documentations, family, of this Rainbow Coalition. I can't find none because the Rainbow Coalition was just a term. And guess what? The Rainbow Coalition, that terminology, ended up getting hijacked from the Skittles bag community in the LGBTQ. So you see, they were even taking that term. And let me say this as well, what he ain't gonna say. There's a hell of a lot of people who were in the Black Panther Party who look back at the Black Panther Party and they say everything that he's saying was where they went wrong. That's where it went wrong. Yeah. A real Black Panther sits down and realizes that stretching yourself out and spreading yourself thin was the real problem because too many people walked in. I know because I done talked to them personally. And they'd tell me there was no vetting system. And next thing you know, all these anarchists started popping up. Rainbow Coalition started getting misconstrued the same way that they're grossly misconstruing and taking away from what the Black Panther Party meant. Today is the same thing they did back then, family. Yes. Do they ever tell you about the Chicago 7 at the Democratic Convention? Do they ever tell you about that? When Bobby Seale went there and all them W anarchists started all this craziness and Bobby Seale ended up getting arrested. He ended up getting hogtied and gagged while all the white guys went home. He didn't bring that up, but that's what brought Fred Hampton into light. Fred Hampton got famous because he was standing on business for Bobby Seale while all of the little anarchist W's ran back to Canada because they were the ones ducking and dodging the wars. We were against oppression. That's what we were against. And it's the same thing that the tethers do to us now. We went to Ethiopia, stood on business for them. We went to South Africa, stood on business for them. We ain't get a thank you or how you doing, I appreciate it, none of that. So now we done peel back because the thing is, family, and listen to me, listen to your boy, Black Alpha. The thing is not to duplicate everything that our elders did. The thing is to correct where they went wrong. Y'all notice they keep trying to feed us everything that our elders messed up on? Newsflash, our elders made mistakes. Our ancestors made mistakes. Some of the greatest people of all time made mistakes. My brother says it all the time. There ain't no such thing as great men, only men. You can do great things, but we all just men and women. We do make mistakes. And they're always trying to tell us to do the things that were the mistakes. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. And then he turned around and said, hey, I made a mistake. Do they ever try to sell you the mistake that he made? Or do they tell you all the things were so good and so great, so you should follow the dream speech? Fam, you got Dr. Martin Luther King on record telling you, I made a mistake. They said, hush, hush, get that out of here. Do you know that the coming to Washington to get our check, do you know after we took that on as our mantra for this reparations generation, you know, somebody went back and copyright that? Do y'all know that? Do you know, I know some people right now, some of our good brothers and sisters in the new black media who played that clip and got a strike. They never had that as a strike, fam, because we went to go find that. You didn't get taught that in schools, did you? Whoever taught you about that? You heard Martin Luther King had a dream, white folks, white kids, running up hills, holding hands and drinking milkshakes. That's what you heard, right? Well, guess what they did, fam? Somebody seen that we was getting empowered off of that, and we had a whole rally for reparations where that was booming out of every speaker, and they went back, family, and they took that, and now somebody put a copyright strike on that. So they said, black Americans ain't using that. They never tell you that Martin Luther King said, I made a mistake. They never tell you that even Huey P. Newton made mistakes. Bobby Seale made mistakes. Malcolm X made mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. You going to make mistakes. But the best thing to do is tell the kids in the future, I made a mistake here. You don't go there. Anybody in here is a parent. That's what parents tell their children, right? They don't ever want to do that. They want to always tell black Americans all is good and go make the same mistakes. And then they make it sound like they doing it out of love. Well, damn it, we doing it out of regulating. Look at this even further, fam. More and more immigrant talk from Julio P. Newton.
Doing a lot of hooting and hollering and don't really know what you're talking about. If you watch Huey Newton's speech, he specifically says, we are not black nationalists. We are internationalists. And we stand with all oppressed people across the globe, no matter what your ethnicity is. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You telling us what we're supposed to be doing as Black Panthers, and you don't know the first thing about a Black Panther. All power to the people, though.
Freeze. Fam, oh man, we in here deep tonight, fam. Man, we in here deep. You already know. Checkmate. Y'all know I had to get down on this, fam. I seen this story and I was like, I think I might be the first one to talk about it, but I said, it's good, it's Friday, fam. It's all time to shine. Notice, y'all, he keeps talking about what the Black Panthers did. The Panthers. Y'all notice he never said anything about the black community? You notice he never said anything about the black American lineage? Y'all notice that? Y'all notice that, right? Imagine if I sat here all damn day long and I just kept saying Black Alpha, Black Alpha, Black Alpha, Black Alpha. And I never said anything about Black American, Black American, Black American. Being a Black Panther is not what connects you to us. Being a Black American is what connects you to us. And I know you ain't brought him up because you ain't no damn Black American now, are you, Julio P. Newton? No. This is why you have a very, very heavy immigration standpoint, because you representing your brothers. So let's get this right. Julio P. Newton is representing the Julio community, but he's using the Black Panther Party as a prop to try to make it look like he holding us down. You ain't holding us down. And let me tell you how certified brothers and sisters are, because y'all know we always got to represent to the fullest. Brothers and sisters are not going for it. All across the country, brothers and sisters like, hell no. It's a tether Panther Party. And family, y'all know we got tether everything. Tethers are everywhere you go. You got tether hip hop. You got tether R&B music, tether gospel. Isn't it only par for the course to have a tether Panther Party? Exactly. This dude is not a Black American. And people started looking into his background. And his background, dusty and dirty, fam. Terrible. I mean, you can look, he looked like Fat Joe's cousin. Fam, he looked like Fat Joe's cousin. Don't play up in here. And brothers and sisters are knowing that it's filled with tether energy. Shout out to the sister right here. I don't rock with too many people on TikTok. I only play the videos of those I trust. Shout out to this sister. Watch this.
So now we got tethers faking being Black Panthers, because Black Panthers been around forever. And they even have, especially here in Milwaukee, I know the Black Panthers here, I don't know what they call themselves, but it was all over TikTok. It was all over YouTube. The Black Panthers here got a beauty supply store. It's called Beauty Island. They got that. They stopped people from going to Beauty Island. Beauty Island was used to be cracking. They stopped people from going to Beauty Island because them either Asians or Hispanics that own Beauty Island did something to a Black woman, and they went up in them and threatened them, and then they told all Black folks, don't go to Beauty Island no more. People don't go to Beauty Island like that no more. Beauty Island used to be cracking. It's on Fond du Lac. But anywho, we have tethers pretending to be Black Panthers, right? Right. So we know Black Panthers is gone for Black folks, right? FBA, we are no longer a part of whatever they go. Because if we say we Black Panthers, they already saying FBA a hate group. So if we say, okay, we the new Black Panthers, we're gonna be a terrorist group.
Talk your talk, sister. Talk your talk. I can't make it any more clean than that. That right there is the number one prime indicator of why we need to maneuver around these folks. That's the setup. That's the okie doke, brothers and sisters. They want you to put on a hate group jacket. That's why they're sending out people to talk hateful language. Don't get behind these people because you marry their words.
So, one, we got to stop talking and showing. Two, we got to come up with a name for us that we say only by word of mouth. You can't say this shit on TikTok. You can't say this shit on Facebook. You can't say this shit on no social media. Word of mouth is a and that's how we're gonna have to get the word out. But we have tethers faking as our ancestors, the old Black Panthers. They ain't even got the heart. They getting paid for it. The old Black Panthers was literally genuinely helping us. But yeah, Black Panthers, they are all over that. We're gonna have to come up with a new name. Since they claiming us a militia, we're gonna have to come up with a new name. They let they militias go, so I guess it's gonna have to be FBA militia or something.
Stop. There you go. Freeze frame, freeze frame. No. Nope. Let me tell you something, fam. Let me tell you where the game go. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to use any of those terms. We ain't putting out none of that because we're not any militia or any type of group like that. We just sent somebody say jalapeno Newton. Goddamn, that's funny as hell. No, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, fam. We are going to just do what we've always been doing and continue to do how we do it. Ain't got to be no name game, okay? There's a lineage. And then everybody can do what they want to do, how they want to do it, whatever, because this isn't groupifying who we are. We are a lineage, a heritage, and a culture, and that'd be that. But what we've done is not make up names for ourselves. We've put tags on them and the names they choose. Fam, it ain't about what we gonna call us. It's about what we gonna call them. Because notice, y'all, soon as we started calling them names, this is when the game changed. Soon as we start saying tether, fleer, hopper, skipper, jumper, mop, Doc, soon as we started calling them out, fam, that's when the game started to change. So no, it ain't about us with a name for ourselves. It's about a name for them. And I got a good one for them, the Cos Panthers. How about that one? And also, fam, if you've noticed, they've been trying to get to the Black Panthers for a long time. See, the Black Panthers bring up an energy that these individuals just do not like. And notice this, y'all. As soon as that happening, you start to see this right here. Look at this, fam. Look at these W's out here. Super happy. You see how happy they are, family? Man, them W's out there left and right. They the friends of them. They the best buddies of all of these people. How come now they're out here talking about the Black Panther Party left and right? Because of that right there, the Tether Panther Party. You see the Tether Panther Party, family? That's a good one right there. A Tether Panther Party because they not like us, never have been. And family, notice this. And this started a long time ago. Y'all remember when we were younger and you would type in Black Panther Party, you'd see a picture of Bobby Seale, you see a picture of Huey P. Newton, you see a picture of Fred Hampton, Kathleen Cleaver, Eldridge Cleaver, you might see Erica Huggins, you'd see a lot. You might see Bunchy Carter, you see a lot. When you type in Black Panther now, you see a damn cartoon. Didn't they first start taking Black Panther with the Black Panther movie? So now when the typical young person thinks of Black Panther Party, what's the first thing they think of, family? They think of Wakanda and Africa. They always been trying to strip away the Black Panther Party. because you had a lot of different movements that went on in terms of our lineage, heritage, and culture back in the 60s and 70s. But let me tell you where the Black Panther Party really used to disrupt people, fam. What happened with the Black Panther Party, they weren't associated with anything other than being Black American. Notice this, I'm about to cook right now. Everything that we do that is lineage-based, that is ethnicity, nationality, Americanized, is always followed by some type of misdirection or reclassification. Notice that, family. We spoke about that before. Anytime brothers and sisters get on a real renaissance, prideful of who we are, they always try to throw Africa on it or a tether on it or some Miracle Whip. They want to spread some damn mayo on whatever we create. Y'all notice that, right? The reason why they want the Black Panther Party and they've been fighting like hell to come up with some type of diversion for the Black Panther Party is because the Black Panther Party represented two things: Black American revolutionaries. Notice that, fam. Dr. Martin Luther King, very great, and he's a wonderful person for what he did, but he was associated more with the Southern Baptists. He had a religion associated to him. Much love and respect, but that's what it was. Malcolm X, wonderful, great man, but he was associated with Islam and the Nation of Islam and being a Muslim. Great man, love it. You can take Muhammad Ali, same way. Hold on. Right there. Look at that right there, fam. They want to take that away left and right because they understand the kids are going to relate to that. You feel me? That's what the kids relate to. So when you get to the Black Panther Party, there was no religion associated with the Black Panther Party. I'm cooking right now. We bubbling, y'all. Everybody smash that like button. There's no religion associated with the Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party is what? Black American. Straight up and down, Black American, 24/7. It was a cultural movement. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim. You can't say any of that. You're just a Black American who showed up. What else did the Black Panther Party do? The Black Panther Party ended up what? Getting all of the average, everyday Black people who are Americans on board. They told you, I heard them say it. They said, we weren't really worried about the guy who came from church. We weren't really worried about the guy who came from the mosque. Much respect to them, but we want to get that brother that works 2 jobs and got pulled over today. We want to get that sister with the afro. This is why the Black Panther Party resonated so much with the youth. There is no better foundational Black American representation in terms of the social, geopolitical, or the revolutionary world than the Black Panther Party for self-defense, because they represented your average, everyday brother. What am I always telling y'all? I said, we always try to relate to your average Black American and not all those extra additives. That is the story and the spirit that they embodied. So the dominant society was always out to get it. Fam, look at this. I'm going to bring it all the way back home. What did they end up doing to Tupac Shakur? Why did they really surveillance Tupac Shakur? Tupac Shakur was surveillance because he was a Panther baby. It wasn't just about rap music. Hell, there's a million rappers. Why they ain't go after Snoop Dogg like they went after Tupac? Why they ain't go after Ice Cube like they went after Tupac? NWA had raunchy ass music. They didn't go after them like that. Even Public Enemy, who was very revolutionary, they didn't go after them like they went after Tupac. I remember hearing stories that an FBI agent said, wait a minute, this new thing called gangster rap music, and the damn top guy, even though Pac was not a gangster rapper, however, he was associated with it, the top guy is a Panther baby? So you mean to tell me, shout out to West Oakland, I see you. So you mean to tell me Tupac Shakur was in front of this new wave called gangster rap, hip hop in the 90s, but he's the offspring of a damn Panther? His mama was going to have him while she was in prison with the Panther 21. Tupac had to go. This is why they surveillance him. He was a Panther child. They never wanted the Panther. You can have all these other people. You can't have the Black Panthers because they're too reminiscent of Black American culture. The Black Panthers is going to get them young YNs off the porch. That's what it is. They're not going to relate to I had a dream. I'm sorry. They're not going to relate to I prayed 7 times a day. I'm sorry. They're going to relate to that fro out. Why do you think Fred Hampton was young? Fred Hampton was a young man when he got taken out. Tupac was a young man. They had classes, fam. They raised them. This is why. Go look at Black Panthers. Go type in Black Panther books. I promise you, 10 out of 15 Black Panther books are written by white people. They wrote all the damn Black Panther books because they wanted to control the narrative. So this is why they always do it. Y'all remember when Beyonce did the Super Bowl and they had this whole terrible thing about her and police were like, we're not going to help her out because she was doing that homage to the 60th anniversary of the Black Panther Party? Voila, there you go, family. They never wanted to that. They wanted to make sure that the Black Panthers were pretty much buried and went away forever. That's really what they wanted to do. And we as certified foundational Black Americans were very, very aware of it. And this is what I mean, family, right here when I tell y'all these individuals are insane. This is who they want you to go out in the streets and go fight for and go defend. Let me show y'all. Y'all go watch this. This is what it's all about. This is the liberals' last attempt to try to go get Black Americans involved in their little skirmishes with ICE, and they try to dust them off. Look at this. Psycho Karen again. Watch her, family, and watch these W's. And this is who that Julio P. Newton wants you to go fight for.
Just register Republican. Just register Republican. You're a blue dot in a red area. Just register Republican. Then you get a say in who gets to be their primary candidate. Register Republican. Just register Republican. It doesn't matter. You can go online. That little card doesn't make a difference. It doesn't actually mean anything. You can just register Republican. Let's all just register Republican. We can all register Republican. What will happen if the Republican Party and the MAGA Party all starts getting crazy leftist LGBTQ folk?
What have we become? Why are we here scrolling instead of getting out to the streets? I'm so serious, and I'm going to keep scrolling because honestly, nobody would join me if I got in the streets, would they? Because that's the thing, when we go to the streets, we go up the streets with our little plastic signs and we say, stop people, arrest ICE. Do you think that's going to help a woman who just got This is serious. This is no longer political debate online material. This is no longer wave your flag in the air in the streets material. This is civil war, revolutionary. And I'm scared to say this on the internet because I know the government's watching.
It's the Gulf of Mexico!
Y'all see why they want you on the front line? Y'all see? This is what they want. They want you out there. They telling you. They just sat there and told you this is revolution. Notice soon as they want to start getting physical, now they want Black participation. Fam, they want you to be a human shield for all of this. They want you to jump right in front and say, don't worry about it. Isaac takes care of it. This is my jobs. Notice, fam, now they telling you openly. They want to take all of this to the next level. And they want Black folks to help.
Mexico! Gulf of Mexico!
What the hell's wrong with these people? Fam, get the hell away from these people if you see them. Walking down the street, walking down the aisle at the grocery store. You could be at Publix, and they are in one aisle. Go 15 aisles away from them. The further they are away from you, the better your life would be. These people need to be locked up in chains, solitary confinement.
And no, I don't have to talk to you politely. Yes.
What the hell is that? This is who they want us to go fight for?
This in Jasper County, I'm coming for you. Yeah, I'm coming for you. Yeah. All legal like. Yeah, legal. We'll do it on your terms,
This whole entire administration is so I'll tell you, it's so it actually put my body into menopause. I am so thoroughly repulsed by Donald Trump and all of his cronies, and they literally threw my body into menopause. It's like in Twilight when the vampires come around and more wolves start turning. When the vampires come around, and more wolves start turning, they are literally turning American women into women going through menopause.
What the hell is this? And did she just say, did she just admit they vampires, y'all? She just told you they full vampires. That is, yeah, wrong turn. You ain't lying. Wrong damn turn. And they just admitted full vampire energy. You see what I'm talking about? That's who they want us to go jump in front of trucks and cars for and strays for that right there? Hell no. You can take that one to the bank. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. They want Black Americans to fully crash out with these individuals, and that ain't the time we on. These people are deranged, they're delusional, they're psychotic, y'all. And they want nothing more than Black Americans to get on that front line, because they feel if we're on the front line, y'all, then foundational Black Americans can take all of that and they'll get to go home right on back to Mayo land and just pretend none of that ever happened. You dig where I'm coming from with it? These people are not fooling anybody. This is typical energy that you see from these people, because these people cannot do anything on their own. The only thing they know is how can we get Black Americans involved in whatever shenanigans they've got going for themselves. You understand? So now when you start looking at Black Lives Matter and you start looking at the Tether Panther Party, these are two things that are working in conjunction. I told you, they always want the Black Panther Party to come and do work for them the same way they want all of us to go and do work for them, and then nothing ends up happening in the process. We know the way the game is played. We understand the way these individuals move. Fam, let me show y'all something as well when I tell y'all this. When you start looking at some of these people and you start seeing these cameras, why are cameras way out there in Philadelphia when what happened was in Minneapolis? Very strange.
All power to the people. Hey, listen, check this out. You know, me and the comrades out here in Northeast Philly, you know why we're here? Because we was told ICE was hopping on people over here, over at the Brazilian bakery and over here in the neighborhoods. Now, yeah, we came out here and we see like them Sprinter vans parked and all these blacked out vehicles parked, but it's like maybe they're in their hotels getting some sleep or something, or maybe they knew that the Black Panther Party was coming, you know? Like I said before, and like I say it again, and like Huey Newton said back in the day, the Black Panther Party is an internationalist group. So we stand with all oppressed people, no matter what your ethnic background.
Yeah, you said this already. You said, I've heard this before. Yes, all this I've heard. You said this before. Why does he keep going back to this, fam? Y'all notice every last word is what Huey Newton said. What Huey P. Newton said this. Notice he doesn't quote anybody other than Huey Newton. Has he quoted Bobby Seale one time? And by the way, everybody, Bobby Seale is still alive. Bobby Seale is still alive, walking this planet Earth. Shout out to Bobby Seale. How come he has not quoted Bobby Seale? The only thing he keeps doing is quoting Huey P. Newton, the individual who's not here to defend himself. That shows you another flag, another sign that this type of rhetoric is contrived. This type of rhetoric is falsified. This type of rhetoric has been convoluted to fit whatever means it is. We know a scam artist when we see one and we looking at them.
Background is, no matter what your cultural background is, we stand with all oppressed people. So a war on the immigrants of the United States of America is a war on everybody in America. It ain't just a war on people who just came here, or even people who've been here for a while and couldn't get their green card for whatever reason. See, they couldn't get their green card for the last 20, 30 years, but you've been enjoying their food though. You've been enjoying taking your car to them instead of taking it to the Midas or something, because it's going to be cheaper though, right? But now they out here getting chased around and you won't do nothing about it. Hey, dig this, ICE ain't just coming after us. They just unarmed black men in LA. But you sitting up here acting like, oh, that's not our fight.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You talking about unarmed. How about you talk about off duty? Man, fam, brothers and sisters, is this not straight out the Democratic playbook? Family, is this not some Democratic talk right here? This man went full Democratic convention right there, didn't he? Didn't he? He going all the way down now. You enjoy their food now. This right here ain't about the Black Panthers. This is about open borders. This is open borders rhetoric right here, my brothers and sisters. Dude is in full swing about open borders, and he's trying to make it look like he down for Black Americans. This ain't got nothing to do with black folks, fam. This man is going full Democrat. His ass done got a script. That's probably what he's looking at right there. He talking about the food you eat from these people.
Came here, or even people who've been here for a while and couldn't get their green card for whatever reason. See, they couldn't get their green card for the last 20, 30 years, but you've been enjoying their food though. You've been enjoying taking your car to them instead of taking it to the Midas or something, because it's going to be cheaper though, right? But now they out here getting chased around and you won't do nothing about it. Hey, dig this, ICE ain't just coming after us. They just unarmed black men in LA. But you sitting up here acting like, oh, that's not our fight. Be real. All power to the people.
Hell no. No. You want to empower all illegals. That's what you want to do. That's what it's really about. You see, he going extra. to start pushing immigration. This is what it's about. Now that we've exposed this dude is not a Black American, we've exposed how they're trying to co-opt the Black Panther Party. We exposed how they're misconstruing the terminology used by said Black Panthers. Now we're going to start talking about the agenda that he's pushing and how he's trying to push this agenda on the Black folks. Every time he keeps saying y'all and you and all that, he's talking to Black people. He's not talking to anybody other than Black Americans. This is nothing more than trying to recruit Black Americans to get on board with their agenda. We see this every single day, fam. Every day, this is exactly what this man is up to, and we're not going for it. You see what I see, and we all witness that these individuals will scam their way. They'll try to claw their way. They'll try to thieve their way into foundational Black American spaces. And this whole push of immigration, that's nothing more than Black Americans. This is your fight. This is the comeback for them, basically trying to get off on all the, this is y'all's fight too. If it happens to one person, it happens to all's people. If it happens to all's people, it's going to happen to y'all's people. You know exactly what these individuals are doing, and we ain't falling for it. Absolutely illegal immigrants. This is all about illegal immigrants, and they're not fooling Black Americans with it. You got sent out here. Who sent you? Who sent you? Damn who sent you. We know who sent you, okay? You got sent out here by the loony liberals that I just showed you, all them damn Karens in the car screaming because you understand you can't do nothing. The same individual who sent you looks just like that right there. That right there is who sent this man. And you know that right there is who sent this man because that right there is kicking the same exact rhetoric that he's kicking. Fam, all you need to do at this point in time, follow what these individuals are saying, listen to what they're talking about, and it'll lead you directly to the individuals that they believe are the ones that are trying to hustle. And family, since we're talking about people and who these folks is trying to hustle and what they're up to, we did even more research, and brothers and sisters found out a lot of things about this Julio Jalapeno Newton and the fact that he keeps going back. He's not even good either. It's real trashy. I mean, one minute he's got like a Philadelphia accent, and then the next minute he's got a 1972 Oakland, California accent. I can't even keep up with it, y'all. I truly, genuinely cannot keep up with all of that. But dude used to be a rapper. Y'all know that? Dude was a rapper, a failed rapper, by the way. And he put out music, and he was out there talking about being a rapper and all these things. And none of that stuff really added up or tied up. So brothers and sisters was looking at dude and his lineage and a lot of things that he was doing very sideways. And let me tell you what brothers and sisters ended up finding out about this guy. And I'm going to be the one to put this on the shot table for everybody. Attract your eyes to the screen right here, my good brothers and sisters. If you want to know why he's kicking such an immigrant point of view, well, damn it, look at your screen. Paul Birdsong identifies with a diverse heritage, being a Caribbean immigrant descent. Oh, Black Alpha, you got to say that again because I don't think that everybody heard you. You know, that almost 6,000 individuals who done tapped in within a few moments. Let me tell you one more time, family. Caribbean immigrant descent on his father's side and mixed American Indian, Caucasian, and Black ancestry on his mother's side, with his work focusing heavily on Black culture. How come your work don't focus heavily on Caribbean culture? How come not on Caucasian culture? How come your work is all blackity, 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 black, but you come from an immigrant blackity, blackity, black ground? Uh-oh. You see? Absolutely. How about this one? Key details of Paul Birdsong's background. Caribbean roots. His father's family came from the Caribbean. Mixed heritage. His mother's side is a mix of American, Indian, Caucasian, and Black. So family, this sounds like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. This sounds like Colombians, Cubans, Venezuelans. Are you mad that Trump went down there and he overthrew the government in Venezuela? Sounds like you got a little Venezuelan animosity up in here. This is what this sounds like, family. Oh, you knew that we were going to put every damn receipt on the table. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. This has clearly been classified as exactly what we thought it was, family. Exactly what the hell we knew it was, brothers and sisters. This is clearly the Tether Panther Party. Yes, indeed. And this is based on his own paperwork. Your paperwork looked and came back as clearly Dominicano, Puerto Ricano. There it is, family. Caribbean. This man is not a Black American. So why in the hell is this man out here talking all of that talk about Black folks when his paperwork is about those folks? And those folks ain't these folks, because these folks don't play. Got them. Y'all already know what it is. Every single time we see these people pull up, certifieds put it down. And what we've seen right there, y'all, is this dude is the whole Caribbean. And by the way, remember when I told y'all this, whenever people start using Caribbean, that's kind of a broad statement, right? Caribbean could be a Jamaican or anything. That dude looks like he's a Latino. I'm getting Latino from that guy. What are y'all getting? Let me ask the family in there, okay? Because they'll say Caribbean. Y'all know them Black men that'll be like, oh, my wife is Caribbean, and they'll try to make it look like they're a melanated woman, but in reality, it's Mrs. Ramirez Sanchez Selena. That's that James Smalls stuff, where James Smalls will pop up, and he'll start talking about, well, my wife is from the Caribbean. Is she a Latino? She sounds like a Caribbean Latino. Where are y'all getting it from, family? Because that right there is not a Black American. So therefore, you know, you can't talk on Black American issues. You can't talk no damn Black Panther Party for self-defense. You ain't said nothing about Oakland. You ain't said nothing about California. You ain't said nothing about the West Coast or the FBA grassroots. You are not qualified to speak. Latino, Mexican, 100% Latino. Woo, they put 100% on that. You meant that, you just put the pin on it. Checkmate. Another Latino vibes. Y'all getting real Latino vibes too? You getting real Latino vibes as well? I love y'all with a passion because I've been getting a real strong Latino vibes from that, fam. That's a Latino. That's a Latino. That is a straight up and down Latino all the way live. That is what it is. You see it, I see it, we all see it. So family, brothers and sisters, my certifieds, do we have confirmed a undercover Latino cosplaying as a Black Panther to get Black Americans on the front line of a white liberal movement against ICE? Damn, that's too many other people that don't include us, and our name keeps coming up. That's too many different people that don't include us with Black popping up. Now they want to use Black. I want everybody to notice that, right? When we start talking about Black and Black American, it's no, y'all African. Notice now ain't nobody calling us African with this situation. Now they want us to be American. Y'all see what I'm talking about? You don't hear all that, you niggas is really from Africa. No, now you want us to be American because you want to steal all that American greatness like the Black Panther Party. You want to steal the energy of Kathleen Cleaver. You want to steal the energy of Erica Huggins. You want to steal the energy of all my certified sisters, of Afeni Shakur. Is that what you really want to do? Is that what it is? Fam, you got a Latino trying to get Black Americans on the front line of a liberal movement. You can't make this up. You can't make it up, man. But you see it. And notice, y'all, the more you listen, the more you start to hear all of that Latino talk pop out. Because that's the accent that I've been really hearing. He's been trying to cover up that Latino accent with a little jive turkey. Watch this.
I'm Chairman Paul Burton from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, I see a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a Black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure.
What? Freeze. Nope. What did you just say? Did he just breeze over that real quick, family? Did he just jump around that? I didn't really catch that one. Did he just say, well, the Black Panther Party is, but it ain't, but it might be because it could, would, should? I'm not sure. Now he ain't sure. Look at his face. Look at his face, fam. Soon as he said that, he just ducked down. Right, I see you on the chat. Busted. Yeah, this dude speaks Spanish. You ain't lying. Dude about to straight break out. Go ahead and pull out the damn mariachi up in here. You know damn well your ass is Latino. Notice, fam, he out here quoting all this stuff about the Black Panther Party, trying to wave that over foundational Black Americans. And soon as he caught himself, he said, I don't know. Now you don't know. Now you don't know, y'all. Let's rewind in time.
See a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a Black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be, but
Variations? What? There was only one Black Panther party. There's only one Black Panther party. Fam, what do you mean? Now we got variations? How many Black Panther parties are there? Fam, is he telling us there's the Dominican Black Panther Party? Is he telling us that there's the Colombian Black Panther Party? Are they setting us up for more Black Panther parties? So are we correct when we say it's the Tether Panther Party? Because, fam, he's sitting there telling us there's a lot of them, variations, and he looked like he don't even know. Is there any solidarity amongst them? Is this the Caribbean Panthers? What's next, fam? Where are you going to get? You're going to get the damn Venezuela Panthers / the Colombian / the Cuban / the Nicaraguans? What the hell is this? This is the All Lives Matter Panthers, fam. This is what this is. This man is representing the All Lives Matter Panthers. Damn. Notice, fam, he starts talking about immigrants immediately out the jump. Immigrant. And now he can't give us a defined thing of what the Black Panther Party really is. And he's talking about variations. Fam, how can there be variations of one? Family, the Black Panther Party for self-defense that they want to give us all these history lessons about, it's about Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. That's what it is. Bobby Hutton, he brought up Bobby Hutton. Bobby Hutton was the youngest Panther. He was the first Panther to be unalived by the police department when him and Eldridge Cleaver got caught in a situation right after Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. They both went into a building. They ended up taking off their clothes so they wouldn't get popped, and Bobby Hutton got hit in the back. You ain't brought up Bobby Hutton. You don't know nothing, okay? Because you don't know about Bobby Hutton, do you? What you end up knowing about is Julio Romero. Yeah, because you ain't no real Black American. You are Latino out here masquerading. This is where we are in America, fam. We're out in America now where these individuals can talk all of that talk and they can tell us whatever the hell they want to tell us. But everything that they say always has somebody else above what we're doing. And we shutting it all the way the hell down. And we doing it with style, fam. Real style. Y'all look at this right here while we cooking. Look at this, my brothers and sisters. They're out there telling us this. And this is why you see him running his mouth.
People protesting against ICE and the fascism that we facing. I'm talking to Black people. I just want y'all to remember who you are, bro, and remember who you are in this country, bro. Remember your status in this country. Remember how you treated in this country, bro. Just remember that. Just keep that with you when you out here protesting, and be safe with it, bro. And for all my people who are opting out of the protest, don't want nothing to do with it, I ain't mad at you, right? But
there you go, fam. I'm not mad at y'all if y'all don't come, but watch. We's next, y'alls. This right here is a Black Panther supporter, or should I say a Tether Panther supporter.
Nothing to do with it. I ain't mad at you, right? But I want to tell y'all that it may not start with us, but it finished with us, bro.
Jesus.
This don't end before it gets to us. It ends after it gets to us, bro. If you think it's only going to happen to immigrants, you know, it's happening to everyone. White woman just got killed. Keith Porter, Black man, just got shot by an off-duty ICE agent. Someone was just blinded by an ICE agent.
Liberal, non-Black. What that got to do with us? What does that have to do with Black people?
So it's going to happen to everybody. But you can't be mad because this has been happening to Black people forever. We've been killed by police officers, off-duty police officers, federal agents, and just regular white men who have no ties to government or any law enforcement. And these people constantly get away, and it's always, well, what was he doing? Where was he at? Why was he?
You're not so friendly reminder that if you want Fuck ICE to be effective as a movement, then you also have to be ready, willing, and able to move for Black Lives Matter today, tomorrow, and always. When we think about what ICE is.
Here you go. This is Julio P. Newton's sister. And what's the first thing she starts spewing out? Black Lives Matter. Look at it, family. You done got Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter in the same situation. Why are Black Lives Matter and Black Panthers all being tied in to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where a W woman got clipped? What does the Black Lives Matter and Black Panthers have to do with that if they're sincerely about Black people? Or is it really a Latino behind all of this? So he's fighting for his people.
If you go on their own website, they have their history listed. They talk about how they are relatively young, and its functional history encompassing the broad roles, responsibilities, and federal statuses now carried and enforced by the men and women of ICE predates the modern birth of the agency by more than 200 years. Keep that in mind. Congress granted ICE a unique combination of civil and criminal authorities to better protect national security and public safety in answer to the tragic events of 9/11. Leveraging those authorities, ICE's primary mission is to promote homeland security and public safety through the criminal and civil enforcement of federal laws governing border control, customs, trade, and immigration. So when we think about what sorts of civil liberties and protections were being performed and by who 200 years ago, this is an oath that was said by slave patrollers in North Carolina in 1828.
Slave patrollers? Fam, now are they trying to tie that into us as well? Fam, they just using our whole history. They're using our whole history, family. Look what these people are doing. They just taking every single thing that Black Americans have done and they're tying it right on into them. Now they're trying to connect all of this to slave patrollers. And ain't that the same exact thing that Julio P. Newton was saying? Ain't that the same exact thing that Julio P. Newton was promoting? You damn right it is. It's more of these people using Black American history.
That was more than 200 years ago. An outline here, it describes how the responsibility of patrols was straightforward: to control the movements and behaviors of enslaved populations. According to the historian Gary Potter, slave patrols served three main functions. 1, to chase down, apprehend, and return to their owners runaway slaves. 2, to provide a form of organized terror to deter slave revolt. And 3, to maintain a form of discipline for slave workers who were subject to summary justice outside the law. Organized policing was one of the many types of social controls imposed on enslaved African Americans in the South. Then we fast forward to 2013, where 3 female Black organizers, Alicia Garza, Patrice Cullors, and Opal Tometi, created a Black-centered political will and movement building project called Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Boy, she just going all over it. Black Lives Matter, Latinos, Black Lives Matter, Black folks, Black Panther Party, Tell the Panther Party, Julio Panther Party. Everything right here is trying to connect us to them.
Matter began with a social media hashtag after the acquittal of George Zimmerman and the shooting death of Trayvon Martin back in 2012. Growing movement in 2014 after the deaths of Michael Brown in Missouri and Eric Garner in New York. And most recently, Black Lives Matter has spearheaded demonstrations worldwide protesting police brutality and systemic racism that overwhelmingly affects the Black community. Yeah, it is mind-boggling when you think about how in ICE, 30% of the agents are Latino and about 50% of the Border Patrol agents are also Latino. And this was back in 2017. I can't imagine what the stats are today. Can't have fuck ICE if you don't remember that Black Lives Matter. This is your not so.
There you go, family. Boy, we done exorcised the demons. You see it. There you go. You see it, fam. She just tied all of that into Black Lives Matter. He's tying that all in to the Tether Panther Party. So you see Black Lives Matter and the Tether Panther Party are both being used in the same exact way with the same exact tactics as if we ain't seen this before. Fam, we've been seeing this. There ain't nothing new under the sun. They're doing the same exact play that they were using back in 2016, 2015, 14, and beyond. These individuals are trying to use Black American struggles as a means and a come up it for these folks to get us to be on the front line for their issues, and they're not ours. This is what happens when you tell everybody you sitting out. This is what happens when you say, we ain't get involved in none of that. Hell no. That's your problem. Those are your issues. You need to solve them. They don't know how to solve their own issues. See, this is what it's really, really truthfully is, fam. They don't know how to solve their own issues, so therefore they always get to run into Black Americans. And fam, I got another one for you. I hope you're ready for this one. This one's even better. Do you want to go inside of their movement and look at real people who are actually in their party? We're going to talk about the Black Panther Party, and then we're going to talk about the Tether Panther Party. And remember, if you notice, he was like, the new Black Panther Party, this, I don't know, it could be. Notice, y'all, he gives all of these fake history lessons. He comes up with all these misconstrued and complete strikeouts about the real Black Panther Party. I done spoke more facts about the real Black Panther Party in 2 seconds, more than all the damn videos that he got on TikTok, because he don't really know about the Black Panther Party. He studied the Black Panther Party. He put a little Latino twist on it to try to get Black folks to go fight for Latinos. Let me show y'all the inside of their Tether Panther Party. If you want to see all the photos of him, y'all notice that it always looks just like this. Every time you see him out there, he makes sure he goes and gets like the Black people, right? Okay. People that kind of look like they might be down with the movement. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all what their headquarters looks like. Their headquarters looks like that right there. Family, my brothers and sisters, my certifieds, does that right there embody the spirit of that right there? Because that right there, I see black, 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 black. That's the original picture of the Black Panther Party. This right here is a current picture of the Tether Panther Party. Do those look the same? Do those look like they're fighting for the same people? Or does that look like an individual who's using all of our people to do the fighting? And seeing it is believing it, and hearing it takes you even further. Y'all watch this right here and tell me, is this the All Lives Matter party?
Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, and on behalf of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and every revolutionary nationwide that agrees with this cause, I want to first, I'm telling all my comrades, every Black Panther out there, we're going to stop calling the pigs pigs, and we're going to refer to them by their actual name. We're going to call them slave catchers. So when you confront the slave catchers, call them slave catchers. When you address the slave catchers, call them slave catchers. From now on, the only way we refer to the pigs, Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, is we call them slave catchers. And I would like to tell all my brothers and sisters nationwide, start referring to them as what they are. And I know it's a lot of people out there that say, oh, well, this cop is a good cop and this cop is a good cop. Once they put on that badge, once they take that oath, they're taking the oath to the slave catcher patrol. And I take it, they call it police officers now, but their name is slave catcher patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always have been. Every Black officer out there, shame on you.
Stop. But the people that ICE are arresting are illegals. I mean, like, they broke the law. There's a difference between a police officer who unjustly harms a Black person opposed to an ICE agent who apprehends an illegal immigrant who broke the law to get here. Do you see this man is coming straight out of the Democratic agenda? Do you see him rhetoric? And do you see him babbling? You damn right he is.
Tell you why. You know how the Black police officer came into fruition? Back in the day, what a slave owner would do would go to one of the slaves and say, hey, if you'll help me catch my property and secure my property, I won't touch your wife. I won't touch your daughter. I'll let you live in the shed at the corner of the plantation. I won't bother you, but you got to help me retrieve my property. That's the...
No, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Because you weren't here. You weren't here. Again, Caribbean roots, from an immigrant background. You were not here. I don't want no damn history lesson from you. If I want to know about Goya powder and reggaeton, then I might talk to you. Well, guess what? We ain't going to talk because I don't give a F about that. You come talk to me whenever you want to know about what Black Americans are doing. Black Americans don't go to you to find out our history. You see that, family? Here you go with another history lesson. He gives you a history lesson on the Black Panthers, gives you a history lesson on slavery, gives you a history lesson on civil rights. I thought you was Juan Crow. Fam, is that Juan Crow? Is that Juan Crow right there? That ain't no damn Black man. Let's go there. We in here tonight, fam. Smash the like button. We working. That ain't no Black man. That right there is a Latino who's trying to talk Black. You ain't no brother. You ain't no family of ours. You are an outsider. And it sounds like you're trying to get us jammed up with all that tough talk. Hell to the no. Let's proceed, family. We in here cooking.
The origin of you being a Black police officer is the plantation owners giving the slaves leeway if they come help them catch the other slaves. They want to use your instincts. They want to use your thought process as another Black person to help them catch Black people. That's your origin. Shame on you. So I just wanted to put that on that we're going to refer.
If you want to use our culture, our history, and our warrior class to go help Julio, because Julio is your brother. Fam, look at this back. Who is these? Look at that. Fam, what is this? Look at this guy over here. No. Black Alpha Show, the crowd. Slow burn, bruh. Look at that. Black Panther Party public service announcement. Who are you giving a public service announcement for? Quinceañera? Who are you giving a public service announcement for? Karate class? Jackie Chan is in there, and I think Bad Bunny's in the back. Is this the Black Bunny Panther Party? The Jackie Chan Panther Party? Because this damn show ain't the Black Panther Party. This damn show ain't nothing American. These are a bunch of people trying to use America to go get people who broke into America. Because if you're looking right now, Jalapeno Newton, his people come from a place that's from outside of America. These folks ain't fooling no damn body. You better go call somebody because you can't hustle the hustlers.
From henceforth is what they are, slave catcher patrol. All power to the people. No power to the slave catchers.
There you go, family. Oh, I told you we was gonna cook. I told you what time it was. I told you we in here. Nobody safe from the roasted. Notice that right there, y'all. We're hip to this because we understand the way this goes. This is the same thing that they've always done, isn't it? What has changed, fam? This is the same hustle that they use on Black Americans, trying to get us up in our emotions about our history. And it's somebody else who wasn't even a part of it, trying to get Black Americans tangled up. Okay, we're not in your tangle web of deception, Julio. All right. How about you just take all that energy, go fight for yourself? If you a Julio, go fight for Julios. You're clearly not a Black person, so quit worrying about what Black folks do. And family, you notice that these people are all working with the Democrats, because I want to show you something that simultaneously is occurring. So simultaneously, as you see Julio P. Newton, and he's talking about the slave catcher. Fam, ain't that straight up Democratic playbook? He's getting all this from the Democratic playbook. Fam, I seen 15 Democrats just say that yesterday. And then Julio P. Newton shows up and says the same thing. How come everything that you saying, Julio, is the same exact thing that I keep hearing coming from the Democratic Party? It's the same thing coming from the Democratic Party. Y'all notice this, y'all? Have y'all noticed this? Are y'all hip to that? I know y'all are hip to this, family. Okay. Y'all notice that the same individual who keeps talking about the slave catchers, always trying to compare ICE to the slave catchers, knowing damn well one ain't got nothing to do with the other. Didn't I just show y'all 2 weeks ago, the NAACP put up a picture of the KKK and ICE? They'll also say the police and the slave catchers and ICE, everything they can do to try to make it look like an illegal's history is our history and our history is their history, trying to tie Black Americans in. Notice this, fam. Check this out. This ended up just happening, y'all. As he's sitting there talking about the slave catcher, guess who else came out just today and called Black Americans and Latinos one because the slave catcher is ICE? Look at this. Here we go. Y'all say hello to Jasmine Cricket Wig. Boy, she's struggling, ain't she? God damn. Boy, somebody help her. She is in struggle mode. Jesus. Somebody help her out. Look at this, family.
Get offended and try to say I'm too Black, but the reality is that y'all never let the fact that I am Black go. So I'm going to be clear about one thing. I know my good Black history, but this looks like modern day slave patrols. And they have been sanctioned by this Supreme Court.
What? You see? There you go. Same thing. Jasmine Crockett said the same thing Julio P. Newton said. Same thing.
Get offended and try to say I'm too Black, but the reality is that y'all never let the fact that I am Black go. So I'm going to be clear about one thing. I know my good Black history, but this looks like modern day slave patrols. And they have been sanctioned by this Supreme Court.
What does that do?
Get offended and
there you go.
Try to say
right there. So family, if they're saying the same thing, then they're coming from the same place. The Democratic plantation. This is exactly what it is, fam. We ain't got to mix words. We know where this is coming from. This is another Democratic ploy to get Black Americans involved in something that does not concern us. Jasmine Crockett is saying the same thing that Julio P. Newton is out here talking about. You know damn well we are not alike. You know damn well one ain't got nothing to do with the other. And you know damn well that you have to use our history of oppression to try to go get some of our warrior class energy to go fight for some people who are not warriors. If you see something and it looks alike, it talks the same, it walks the same, it's got the same rhetoric, there you go. Follow the talking points, and then you already know who's sending these individuals. This is Black Lives Matter. See, what ended up happening, y'all, something they didn't expect to happen happened. We ended up completely destroying Black Lives Matter. Now, a lot of conservatives are going to come and say they did it. No, they didn't. All right. We are the ones who destroyed them. Because remember, Black Lives Matter was supposed to talk for us. And this is the thing. This is an old play that the system of supremacy does. The system of supremacy always goes and gets people to be fake representatives of us. It's always about misrepresentation, misdirection, and miseducation. You follow those three and you're going to pretty much get to the answers. So what ended up happening here, fam, we got rid of Black Lives Matter, completely exposed them. And then everybody said, well, we got to have somebody else to be the fake representatives. Let's go to the Democrats. Black folks ain't rocking with them. What about the Boule? Black folks ain't rocking with them either. Well, damn, what the hell do we got? Well, there's this guy named Julio P. Newton. He's a Latino. Let's have him with a fake jive turkey accent where he's trying to cover up that Latino accent. Y'all notice that, fam? He's trying to cover up that Latino accent with a jive turkey accent, with the 1970s black exploitation film. Who the hell still talk like that? One thing, everybody out there listening, if you come around black Americans with a fake black exploitation accent, we gonna roast your ass. Okay, that don't move the crowd. Where in the world do they think we get down like that? Where in the hell do they think we gonna, hell yeah, that's true now. It's always a fake Southern Baptist, right? Man, on the third day, and we found out, and my brothers and sisters, and hallelujah. Black folks don't walk around talking like that. I'm not gonna see my family and just pull up and be like, boy, hallelujah now. We don't talk like that. But they always try to do that. Y'all ever notice it's either a fake Martin Luther King, one day we will be free now. They think we just walk around talk like that. Or it's going to be a fake black exploitation. Those are the two things that they always try to use on us, and certifieds don't go for that. See, nothing they're saying we go for. We shutting it down before it even pops. And I'm telling you right now, this conversation is shutting down all of that. Cause Panthers, you won't see them much longer. This is just another attempt that we BITCH slapping right across the goddamn building. Why? It's because we can. Because we certified and we do whatever the hell we feel like doing. Nothing is going to pass us. Let me show y'all this stuff when we talk that talk and we walk that walk. FBA already knows what they're on, and we already know what's happening. However, when people tell y'all that these people are a joke, trust and believe me, y'all, these people are a joke and they can't flow. Watch this.
Probably want to say it, probably been thinking it, but ain't feel like they should say it, but I'm going to say it. I saw this video. I'm going to play the video so y'all can hear some stuff off this clip because I got some shit to say. So y'all know the Black Panther Party, right? The new and approved Black Panther Party. To be honest, that's not the Black Panther Party. It don't stand for none of the same things that our Black Panther Party stood for back in the days. They basically mixed race now. There's a whole bunch of different races in the Black Panther Party. It should no longer be called the Black Panther Party if there's more than just one race in there. Y'all got Asians, y'all got mixed people. The dude that runs it looks like he's mixed. But listen to this here because I totally disagree with everything this man just said. Just listen.
Agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was by ICE. If you think
he's talking about the lady
and brutalize the people while we're standing here, we're trying to find out our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable.
Y'all protecting the wrong people.
We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day.
No, you're not.
More aggressive now, you dig?
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the Black Panther Party back in the days was all black, copper-colored people. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. The Black Panther Party back in the days was all copper-colored people. They were out here protecting their own people, the people who needed to be protected. The that y'all are trying to protect nowadays don't need your protection. The Black Panther Party was never meant for us to protect everybody else. It was meant for us to protect ourselves because they weren't protecting us. So the Black Panther Party today needs to change their name because they're not the Black Panther Party. Just listen to what else he got to say.
To and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that.
Hold on, let me rewind that back.
Community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig?
No.
Carry bigger so we don't take no
Just
places
listen.
where there are a lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere.
I know you are.
Them ICE agents ain't gonna
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all listen to this dumb idiot, y'all got life fucked up because we're not going to protect nobody who never protect us. Y'all got life fucked up. That's why I don't like the Black Panther Party. I don't even call them the Black Panther Party. They the mixture party. That's what the there is.
Talk your talk. Talk your talk. Black woman, let's go.
They the melting pot party. That's what the they are. Because they don't stand for none of the shit that Black Panther stood for back in the days. Black Panther stood for their people and their people only. Not immigrants, not people who don't belong here, not people who disrespect us on our own land, who treat us like this is not our land, who treat us like we're the immigrants and they're the ones who belong here. No, we would never do that. That's the one thing I can say. The Black Panther Party is non-existent. Anybody who feels some type of way about it, well, I said what the I said.
Damn. What the streets talking about? What the certified streets talking about? Fam, we run this. What we say goes. You can come up with whoever the hell you want to come up with. You can have the Burrito Panther Party, Taco. You can have the Nacho Bel Grande Panther Party, the Rainbow Panther Party, Skittles Bag, Fruit by the Foot, Fruit Roll Up Panther Party. You can have the Tether, the Mop. None of that matters. What we say goes. And if we say you ain't the Black Panther Party, then you ain't the Black Panther Party, because the Black Panther Party is foundational Black American. You better take that stuff right on over there to the Caribbean man, and keep all that energy over there and figure out your own situation, because FBA, we got our own thing. That's what we be talking about. That's what we saying. And it doesn't matter what these individuals try to put off on us. We shutting it down. This is a mixed All Lives Matter group that's being sold back to us like it's a foundational Black American group. No, the hell you are not. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was all about Black people. If not, you wouldn't hear Black in the middle of it. They can construe it, they can twist it, they can turn it. We're going to flip that stuff right back the hell around. That's the difference. We here now. We here now. See, here's the thing, fam. You're not going to talk about FBA or FBA ancestors that put in work in the damn streets and just think it's going to be cool. Do y'all know that over 60, almost 70% of Black Panther Party members were Black American women? Have you seen one Black American woman in any of that? I'll wait. Time's up. No. Fam, you ain't got no Black Panther Party unless you got a Black American woman. I ain't seen no damn Black American woman up in there. Hell no. The only women I've been seeing are a bunch of Julios and Romeros and Miss Margaritas. Where the hell are the sisters at? The majority of the Black Panther Party were the sisters. All of the Black American woman's soul comes from the Black Panther Party sister, the certified sisters. Y'all in the chat right here, right now. What we talking about? Don't come to me talking about no Black Panther Party and you ain't got no FBA woman in there. When you start talking about the blowouts, the straps, you start talking about holding it down, the sisters was out there doing that. And you want to show up with Miss Romero and Rodriguez? Miss Romero and Miss Rodriguez can have a Belgrande and shut the up, because we are out here really holding it down for the culture, and there ain't no USA without FBA, and there ain't no FBA without a foundational Black American sister. That's the heartbeat. You ain't no damn Afeni Shakur. You ain't no Erica Huggins. You ain't no Kathleen Cleaver. You ain't no Asada Shakur. What we talking about? Family, you got to understand one thing for certain. We got Black Panther members in our family. See, Black Panther Party ain't like slavery. They're not going to sit there and be like, man, this was thousands of years ago. No. You got Black Panther Party people right now. My mom was just telling me yesterday that she was a part of the Black Panther Party food program. They had the food program all out there. Do we have any Black Panther Party family members in here? Somebody who an aunt or an uncle or cousin, older, mom, dad, grandparents were a part of the Black Panther Party? I'm one. I'll stand up and represent it because I got them people in my family. Either you got a family member who's in the Black Panther Party, because there were chapters all across the United States of America. Shout out to Fayetteville. Fayetteville was in here. They were one of the last chapters of the Black Panther Party. Yep. I see you all the way live, eating them lunches. By the way, a lunch program that the United States of American government straight up stole. So they want to take that and go give it to Julio so he can have some damn beans. He can't have no beans. All the tamales he can have back in Puerto Rico or wherever the hell, but you can't have them here because this is for Black folks. You do. Absolutely. I talked to some Black Panthers. Yes, the hell I did. Because, Black Alpha, I got to flip over every stone. And the Black Panthers that I spoke to, and I'm talking about like today, they said they don't rock with Julio P. Newton. They said they don't rock with the Cos Panthers. They said they don't rock with none of these individuals. And the absence of Black American women tells us everything we need to know about these people. They fake, they phony, they frauds, and they are not representative of foundational Black American culture. Damn sure not foundational Black American revolutionary warrior class. If you got anything that's supposed to be revolutionary and you ain't got no Black American women in it, then you ain't really us. Because our women can whoop your men's ass. Remember that. And I say that wholeheartedly. Said it before. We'll say it again. So you see right here that FBA don't play, and we understand who's fake in the front. Let me show y'all this. I can speak on it all damn day long. My brother up here. Let me see my brother. Y'all check my brother out right here, fam. He be cooking. This is my man's right here. He tells everybody exactly the difference between these fake want-to-bes opposed to the real thing. Check it out. Here we go. This show, shout out to my brother right here. G the winner. Stay cooking. Y'all follow him. Watch what he says about foundational Black Americans, the real Black Panther Party, and all these cosplayers getting the hell out the way.
You know, to the winner again. Now that newly formed Black Panther Party, you guys, don't buy that shit, man. That's not us. Do you think Fred Hampton made all those idle fucking threats? Do you think us as Black Panthers in the day went around in public telling these white people what we're going to do to them, how we feel, what they're going to do if they do this, blah, 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 blah? No, that's tether talk, man. Because we're a little more cunning, okay? Our foundational Black American Black Panthers, we never went around in the street telling motherfuckers what we're going to do and make all these idle threats, especially talking about deleting police officers. Come on, man. If shit sounds too ridiculously insane to be some shit that America's main vein wouldn't say, then it's something that us FBA would not say, would not act, and would not be. This is why this delineation is huge. This flat black, this one big black nigga is over. So now when them niggas is out there threatening the police and them niggas is out there with their guns talking about we got more guns, that's them niggas. Don't come kicking in my door, ICE, police, feds, because that's all these motherfucking chumps are doing. They're setting themselves up to be popped. And the thing is, that's kind of what they did to Fred Hampton. I remember my brother Phil Scott was mentioning, and I was thinking, yeah, that's right. That's what they did to the real Black Panthers. They had these mouthpieces go out there and start talking shit about what they're going to do and what they're going to do. And they riled all the white people up and riled the law up. And then they came after the real ones and came and bombed that nigga. Remember Philly when they went looking for them niggas? That was one of the only places where Americans bombed Americans on American soil. Bombed.
How many of y'all know about that? How much y'all know about them explosions that they did in Philadelphia? Shot out and free Mumia Abu Jamal. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it was some people running their mouths. Talk your talk, black man.
Right? They did that to us a few times here, man. Greenwood, right? So, don't be listening to these motherfucking tethers. They're dangerous. Tethers are just as dangerous to us, foundational Black Americans, as white supremacists are, because they have the exact same philosophy when it comes to us.
Woo! Talk more!
When it comes to each other, they'll kiss Mr. Charlie's ass. He's the one who steals their land, right? He's the one he's ICE. He's the deporters, right? But yet, when it comes to him, these tethers don't say shit. But now these newly formed Black Panther niggas is out there talking mad, crazy, suicidal shit. I'm asking, how many of y'all foundation Black Americans gonna grab your gats and go out there with those tethered niggas talking shit, shooting? Right? Right? That's not us. We're a little more cunning. We're not going to tell the enemy, like Neely Fuller Jr. said, we're not going to tell the enemy what we're doing. We're not going to tell the enemy what we got. We're not going to tell the enemy where we are, especially when the enemy's constantly looking for me, right? When the enemy needs just this much of a reason to wipe me completely the fuck out. And we cannot let these tethers be that reason anymore.
Damn. Woo! Man, I love the family. I'm telling you, ain't nothing better. Listen to what he said. Listen to what they say. Combine everything, family. Okay? I remember telling people a long time ago, if they can't jail a individual, they'll try to jail the movement. If they can't jail the movement, they'll try to get an individual and make it look like he represents the movement. The oldest thing in the book is for them to put forth somebody who's not really a Black American, who's cosplaying as a Black American, Julio P. Newton, to talk all this reckless talk, to talk all this stuff about danger and assaulting people. Let me say this, by the way, fam. Question, $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion. Why dude ain't in jail? Why he ain't in jail? He said if an ICE agent runs up on him, he's going to put in them the size of a window. Ain't that jail talk? That's a federal agent. Fam, never trust somebody that comes out and makes threats about federal agents and then nothing ever happens to them. They get more cameras in front. It's almost like they're getting rewarded for that type of rhetoric, that inflammatory speech. Now, you know damn well, if somebody's standing on business and they start talking like that, you won't see them no more. Hell, we done seen people disappear for less. Let's go on down to Ferguson. Them brothers and sisters didn't say nothing. They just stood on business, got every last one of them out methodically, one by one. They ain't here no more, and I mean literally. But yet you got these people talking all these threats and harming agents and people who work for the government. And not only do they not get a visit by them boys, they ended up getting more cameras, more footage, more coverage. Meaning maybe they working for them boys. Or I can scratch out the maybe and say certainly, definitely, positively. We know the way the game is. This is why we break it all the way down. You know what time it is, fam. These people are working with the feds because they want a black person to go out there for two things. I'm going to tell you the play. They either A, want black Americans to go out there on the front line and be a human shield, get unalived. And then when a black American listens to this, goes and joins the cosplaying Tether Panther party, gets unalived, now they got the body that they wanted. Because remember, y'all, they all want a body. They want a black American body. They want us to be targets. They want us to be harmed. This is why every time you listen to them, it's very devilish. I'm going to go there, y'all. It's very devilish. They're always out there saying, black folks, y'all next. Black folks, is going to happen to you. And then you got a lot of black folks who want to be next. How the hell you want to be a target? Man, it's all over for us. And notice it's never really a black American. It's always a tether that are almost preaching this harm on us. Okay? Y'all know my new song, right? Did I tell you my new song? Let me tell you my new song. And this goes for the Julio P. Newton, Jalapeno P. Newton, and the Scam African Panther Party, and for everybody else. And my song says, many Dems, many, 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 many Dems. They wish death upon me. No, I don't vote no more. Don't go to the polls no more. Because many Dems wish death upon me. Trust me, y'all. Bars. That's what it is. They wish death on black folks. Why do Democrats and liberals want black Americans to DIE? We already know conservatives do. They make no bones about it. So I don't hear nobody saying, what about them? Them too, but I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about they ass. Many Dems wish death upon me and you and us and our kids and our lineage. And they want it all for votes. That's why I don't vote no more. Don't go to the polls no more. It needs to be addressed that they want black Americans to be unalived. They want us to DIE. So this is why they send out him talking all that rhetoric, because they want us to go, yeah, that's true now. Hell yeah. Then we go on out there, and then one of us gets harmed, and then next thing you know, you in a big ass sticker on a big ass campaign for the midterm elections. That's number one. That's A. Let's go to 2 and the B. Also, they want one of us to go out there, something bad happens, and then they could say, see, we told y'all them black Americans was a hate group. Either way, listening to these people walks you off of a cliff. And we ain't walking off a goddamn thing. We walking to the bank to go get our reparations. Reparations, by the way, that you don't hear none of these people talking about. Family, don't you ever, 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 ever listen to somebody who wants you to pick up weapons and go to war with the federal agents of America, but they don't talk about collecting a check from the Federal Reserves. You feels me, man. We in here bubbling. Notice that they always want to give a history lesson. Let me give you a history lesson from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he told all of the Nation of Islam brothers and sisters that picking up arms and going to war with the United States government is not a feasible thing. And we're not on that type of time. So anybody who comes talking that talk, they're not really one of us. This is why tethers have been put in the position that tethers are in today. And family, when you start talking about this, I want everybody to know one thing. This has been going on. They've been trying to do this, and I'm going to give you a personal account that I've experienced close up, face to face, eye to eye, and a lot of my brothers and sisters have seen the same thing. And it was just, well, it's about to be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It was just his birthday. Shout out to the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Let me tell you something that occurred to me. When we were out in Columbia, South Carolina, at the rally that we went to go holler at Kamala Harris about all the things were going on. Do y'all remember when they pulled in weapons out on us? You guys remember that, right? Let me tell you a story a lot of people don't know. And I've never shared this, except for the people that were there with me, okay? Let me tell y'all what ended up happening, okay? What ended up happening is you had about 30 foundational Black American brothers and sisters who were there. I was one of them, okay? And my boy Marcel Dixon was there. You guys might know him, okay? He's a solid brother. And we had a bunch of other brothers and sisters were there. There was one guy that was there that nobody knew who this guy was. Now, y'all know we all know each other. Hey, what up, man? What up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hot shout out. Blah, 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 blah. We were moving as FBA does, as a family. Out of nowhere, this one guy pops up. If anybody was there in the chat, any of my brothers and sisters, let me know. Okay, shout out to y'all. Okay, we might have some people who were there or not, but if you were there, let me know something. But we pull up, and a couple of my brothers was like, hey, watch dude right there. I say, why? He said, because we don't know this guy. Do you know him? I was like, I don't know him. Ask Marcel. Marcel, I thought you brought him. He said, I thought you brought him. You didn't bring him. You didn't bring him. Nobody brought him. This guy never says nothing to nobody. Never talks to anybody. Never says a damn word. Nobody knows who the hell this guy is, right? Come to find out later when they got kicked out and everybody got kicked out before I got kicked out, let me tell you what ended up happening, fam. A video emerges of this guy and he's screaming and yelling. Never said a word when we were all there together. Never said a word when they was trying to kick us out, pull out the water hose on us. No talk. You didn't hear him say nothing. But out of nowhere, we find out when they were getting kicked out, this man was trying to fight the Secret Service. Do y'all know the Secret Service was cool with us, and the Secret Service was like, all right, y'all cool, let's handle this situation. And this guy was trying to inflame the situation. He's like, no, they did it to us. And the Secret Service tells dude, chill out, bro. We're talking about the Secret Service, man. This ain't no walk in the park. They like, yo, chill out, cool out. But dude never said nothing, didn't know where he was from. We all take a picture. In the picture, he's there off to the left, off to the side. Nobody knows who this guy is. What was this guy there for? He got the word that we were going to be there, and he was pretending to be what? A Black American. If you guys remember, y'all remember this picture right here from Black Alpha Network? By the way, this picture right here should have been the Time Magazine picture of the year. Yes, indeed. Oh, I do this for real, fam. I do this for real all damn day long, man. All day. That was it right there. And I want y'all to see what they pulled out on us right there in the back. All right. But we were very, very civil, very, very calm, cool, collected. And we understand the way to navigate as certified brothers and sisters, businessmen and women. This guy was operating very funny style. And then this all happened.
Look at this, y'all. They're turning on the fire truck and they're about to go full 1960 on us. They're threatening to spray us. No lie. They probably gonna pull out some goddamn dogs. They trying to go 1962. They trying to go full lynching. They're literally out here firing up the truck like they about to spray us like we in motherfucking Selma. Ain't gonna be none of that this time. Whole different time, whole different era. Trust me when I tell you, please believe. Brothers and sisters standing on lineage. Look at this. Look at this. That man right there. That police officer got a gun. Look at this. Both of them. He got his hand on his. The black man. Look at them. They got their hands on their weapons. We're literally in front of weapons, y'all. Look at this. So if you ask for reparations, if you demand reparations, they literally pull out weapons. This is where we are. They pull out guns for speaking on reparations. Demand reparations and they pulling out pistols. They pulling out shotties. I'm done reparations now. It's all fast. I'm playing.
And dude disappeared. You didn't see dude no more. You couldn't find him. Dude was gone. He was running his mouth talking all that crazy stuff, fam. Dude disappeared and he didn't reappear until it was time to take a photo. And then poof, watch him go. So you see what I'm talking about, family? This is what we mean, family. These individuals are trying to get us up because they can't get us to be criminals based on their words. They can't make TikTok videos and criminalize the movement. That stuff just ain't really moving or going nowhere. So the fact that they keep trying that, the next thing they want to do is say, let's bring somebody else in. Let's get an individual to stir up the crowd. And we're not going for that either. They need this to try to delegitimize this delineation movement and our grassroots FBA lineage, pride, and renaissance. That's what they want, but they can't get it because we're not giving it to them. That makes sense. And family, they've been doing this for a long time. Since they want to talk about the Black Panther Party for self-defense, I could tell you all the way live about the Black Panther Party for self-defense. And I could tell you when it came down to the Black Panther Party for self-defense, y'all know that they were setting them up for the okie doke a long time ago. The reason why the Black Panther Party for self-defense ended up getting dismissed is because, quite frankly, every time the Black Panther Party got something popping, a lot of people were popping up and a lot of them were not Black Americans. It's just at the time, they didn't have a term called tether. We do now. So we gonna call their ass out. Check this out right here, family. Look at this right here. Y'all remember this right here? How many of my brothers and sisters remember this? National Guard. Damn, ain't the National Guard in Minneapolis? Ain't Trump talking about the National Guard? Follow me now, my brothers and sisters. Follow me now. It's about to get real up in here. The National Guard versus the hippies at the Conrad Hilton. What ended up happening, my family, was during the Democratic convention, a bunch of hippies wanted the Black Panther Party to go there. This was in the 1960s. They wanted the Black Panther Party to go there. So when the Black Panther Party ends up going to this whole little convention, a lot of these white anarchists, you know, like the ones that are screaming in Minneapolis, the ones that are harming ICE, you know, like Renee Good, they all popped up and they ended up causing damage. That ended up getting Bobby Seale arrested. Bobby Seale was already gone when all of this happened. Bobby Seale wasn't even present. But all of those W anarchists, they turned on him, set him up for the okie doke. He got arrested, hog-tied up, and it took years off of his life. Y'all see them? That right there, fam. That's them. That's them right there. Them is them same W's, fam. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new, family. Bobby Seale was arrested at this convention, and they were calling this the story of the trial of the Chicago 7. And all them W's that were saying, come on, man, we gonna get there, man. Power to the people, my brother. The oppressor and the fascism is trying to infiltrate the community, so we have to stand as a rainbow coalition. Fam, they done rainbow coalitioned us for a long time. Ain't nothing new. Anytime you hear them talking about a rainbow coalition, anytime you hear them talking about power to the people, we all brothers and sisters, is followed by that right there. And Bobby Seale ended up with that right there. And this is how they ended up playing it the whole damn time. You cannot trust these individuals because they are not in it for you. They're only using your warrior spirit. Our warrior spirit is not to be loaned to nobody at all. And you know, one of the main people that was down with the Black Panther Party and was trying to get the Black Panther Party to get involved in all of that, John Lennon. John Lennon from the Beatles, he was on all of that super liberal, hippie, hip hop hooray. And he was trying to get all of them involved in the liberal movement. And he didn't do a damn thing for the Black Panther Party, not anything substantial. And there's the true story of the trial of the Chicago 7. And what ended up happening with that family? Voila. And by the way, just like I told you, all of those books are always made, and those books are always what? Those books are written by white people. So is this story right here, written by white people. They go back and they tell us their version of our story so they can get Black Americans to follow suit for whatever type of game they have. There's always somebody who ain't us who's trying to use us so they can further their own position. That happened back then. So let's tell the real story about the Black Panther Party. The reason why there's no Black Panther Party today is because the Black Panther Party back then made too many mistakes. We're getting too close to too many of these people. All the W anarchists that you see out there in the streets right now, them was the same W anarchists you seen in the streets back then. What ended up happening? They ended up creating all these things. The same thing we seen with Black Lives Matter. You have some Black Lives Matter people there, and then you have these W's. The W's will start fires. The police will show up. Them same anarchist W's will point and say, the black man did it. Black man get arrested, and all them anarchists go home. It's the same thing that happened with the Black Panther Party in the 1960s and 70s. They would get a little too close to some of these anarchist groups, these rainbow coalitions. And what would happen when they would get close to these rainbow coalitions? They would get close to the rainbow coalitions and they would do crazy stuff. All them damn cocktails and stuff they were throwing, it was never Black Panther members who were brothers and sisters. It was always W's doing all of this. So the W's would do this and the Black people get arrested. Family, if that same scenario happened to Bobby Seale, what the hell do you think happened to the person who wasn't so famous as Bobby Seale? You got a long line of this. This is why they always come and try to get in your ear and say, hey, brother, we brothers, right? Power to the people, man, right? I mean, I'm Miracle Whip and you soul food, but if you put Miracle Whip on soul food, it tastes good. How about we all go over there to the governor's mansion and we start a big fire? Because, you know, the fascists and the evil government is trying to take us down. It ain't about racism, bro. Bro, it's really about the Illuminati trying to take down all of us. It's all about them. It's not white supremacy, dude. It's the damn Federal Reserves, man. We got to pop the bank open. A couple ignorant folks hear that stuff, go down there. Next thing you know, you get arrested. And then let me tell you the crazy part about all of that. After all of that ended up happening, those same W's ended up becoming the police officers in the 1980s. I'm going to tell you something. Those white anarchists from the 1960s and 70s that were talking all of that power to the people, bro, all of that Rainbow Coalition, all of that White Panther Party. What do you think happened to them? They caused all of this disarray. They got all these black folks jammed up. And then fast forward into the 1980s, they cut all of that long hair, cut all those beards, and they ended up becoming the same police officers that NWA was rapping about with police brutality, because they bought into supremacy, what I call a supremacist retiree. They'll be down all damn day long trying to get you to push their agenda. Soon as they don't need your ass no more, they go into the system. Because remember, y'all, there's always a nice, cozy seat waiting on them when they go back to whiteness, no matter what they did. No matter what. That's why we see Bill Clinton and all them W's, fam, George W. Bush, they were nothing but them same wild-ass W's bucking the system, anti-establishment, back in the 1960s and 70s. Come the 90s, them folks was the same folks writing 3 strikes. Yep, locking up and breaking up the black family. You can put it all together and you can see it clear as day. And this is why we say we are not teaming up with these individuals. And this is why we say foundational black Americans are only sticking together amongst ourselves. Why do we stick together amongst ourselves? Because quite frankly, family, every time we do that, we do better. And why we do not buy any of these cosplaying Panthers and why we running their ass completely out of the paint, because FBA, we all day. Check this out. Sister right here made it clear. I want the brothers and sisters to hear this. Check it out.
No, there is a video right now going viral about one of the Black Panther Party members, not sure if he's the founder or not, that is telling other Black people across the United States how they can join the Black Panther Party. And of course, you have white people all in the comment section asking, how can they join? How can they be a member? Okay. You have a couple of Latino people, but there are more white people in there asking, how can they join our organization? And I'm saying our because I'm a foundational Black American. I'm not actually a part of the Black Panther Party by any stretch of the imagination. The operative word is Black in that sentence. It's the Black Panther Party. It's never been the Black Panther Party and Friends. It's the Black Panther Party. The answer is no. I don't know why we can't have absolutely anything to ourselves. And for those of you who are trying to name drop Huey P. Newton encouraged white people who wanted to assist to organize amongst themselves, never to become full-fledged members of the Black Panther Party. Because you see, if white people join the Black Panther Party, if Latino people join the Black Panther Party, it's no longer the Black Panther Party.
Didn't we just say that, brothers and sisters? So, fam, you see what happens when you on code? When you on code, you ain't even got to talk. I don't know this sister, but the sister saying the same exact thing that I was just saying, the same exact thing y'all was just saying. The Black Panther Party never told these people to join us or to be a part of us. It was really a dismissal. Guy said, how can I help? And he said, well, go start a White Panther Party. It was said in just. It was basically another way of saying, you go do you, get the hell out of here. Now, if they would have known that these folks would took that and ran with it for the next 60 years, he wouldn't have said it. It's another example of them trying to take what our legends say and twist it back on us. And we ain't going for it. Continue.
It's no longer the Black Panther Party. Now, for those of you who claim that you want to be allies, I'm going to say this personally. And I'm saying this as a person who's not only been a paramedic for over 14 years, but have been in white spaces for just as long. There is no such thing as allyship when it comes to y'all. Because one thing that I have noticed, especially since the beginning of the Roaring 20s, when the George Floyd incident happened and everything, y'all are only one social injustice to show whether you are either bigots or racist. And that comes with a very, 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 very heavy and sad heart. Because since this whole ICE debacle started happening, I have had to unfriend and block people that I have literally saved lives with. I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about nurses. I'm talking about nurse practitioners. I'm talking about paramedics, other firefighters. I have had to block them and unfriend them. I am trauma bonded with these people. We have saved lives together. We have bonded over losing patients together. And at the end of the day, one social injustice. I had a nurse, an ex-nurse friend who was bragging about how she just joined the Department of Homeland Security and she's going to be a nurse for ICE. There's no such thing as allyship. I will never, ever, ever fall for it again. And I suggest other folks never fall for it again. People want us to be all people, one band, one sound. But at the end of the day, other nationalities, other ethnicities always show us that we are not a part of that. You want to use us for our labor. You want to use us for our advocacy. You want to use us for the change that we bring. But once the smoke clears and all said and done, y'all go back to treating us like shit. The answer is no. The answer is no.
The answer is no. Goddamn. You can't say it no better than that sister said right there. The answer is no. I like that. The answer is straight up no. That's what we're talking about. You see it, fam? All damn day. Bring it all the way back around. You see what we saying, y'all? This is what we be talking about. These individuals can't fool us. They can't fool us, fam. The game and the plan is to not go down the path of the mistakes. We are here to do what our ancestors did that were great. We're here to do our own things that are great and then find a middle ground. We're not here to say, oh, they made that mistake. Let me go make the same mistake. No, that's not what we out here doing, fam. We're not out here to make the same mistakes over and over and over. We're here to take forward and evolve the situation. So that's what we mean by all of that. And y'all been seeing a lot of these people come out and say these reckless things about foundational Black Americans. At this point, y'all, we definitely can't trust anybody. We can't trust anybody because there's a lot of people out there lurking behind the scenes, lurking behind the cameras. There's a lot of people that won't show themselves. They're not saying anything. You don't really know who these people are. And basically, fam, if these people don't have a track record, then boom. I mean, look at us right now with the new Black media, right? All of us, we all get together a couple times a week. All of us, we break it down, we chop it up. We know each other. Who the hell be these people? Who the hell are these people? One thing now is that this delineation movement in the grassroots, we've made it solidified to where everybody pretty much knows each other. So somebody pops up out of nowhere talking all this reckless stuff about unaliving people, and we don't know them, never been in no chat, no nothing. Damn. And let me say this as well. As I said previously, never trust somebody that wants you to go to a protest or a rally or to put yourself in harm's way, but they've never said nothing about reparations. You go look at Jalapeno P. Newton and the Cos Panthers, and I promise you right now, you won't see anything about reparations for them because they're not about reparations. And if you ain't about reparations, then you ain't really about foundational Black Americans. So like that sister just said right there, the answer is no. And let me tell y'all why we are not out there. Fam, have y'all seen the lawlessness going on? We're not out there to go save Karen. Karen on her MF and own. Look at this right here, family. This W man, watch this. Fam, I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something. Oh, let me run it all the way back. There they go. Here we go. Here we go. Family, my brothers and sisters, let me show y'all something. Let me tell y'all even better. Notice that Karen in the beginning was telling Black American men that we need to go to the front line to fight for her. Let me tell you something right now. There is a snow bunny, or as we said earlier, a snow beluga, because half of them are belugas, okay? There's a snow meth head movement going on in their community where they want Black men to go do the fighting for them while their men sit back. A lot of people been having discussions. Have y'all noticed? It's white women who are out there pretty much on the front line of all this ICE stuff. You don't really see too many white men out there on the front line, do you? It's a whole thing. Now they're saying it's a war on white women. Do you see all the feminism that's being pushed right now, y'all? The white man is nowhere present. You don't see it. Brad is somewhere hiding in the closet. He don't want to go get involved. Chad is nowhere to be found. He's quiet. You know, they're a little different than us. We don't let our women just go on the front line and say, y'all on your own, I'm going to go over here and have some meth. That's what they're doing. Y'all noticing right now that it's a bunch of W women, all the videos, all the footage is W women screaming, jumping in front of cars, behind the wheel. And now they're out there saying, well, we need Black men to go out there. How about, since our men are cowards and aren't going to do nothing, how about we go get those Black men to go do it? They want to come to our community and get us to sacrifice ourselves. I told you, every single political agenda that you can possibly fathom is going on, and it's all present within this scenario. Everything. You're going to have some feminism. You're going to have some loony liberal. You're going to have some conservative. You're going to have some all lives matter. You're going to have some Skittles. You're even seeing trans protests popping up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You name the agenda, these people are there trying to promote it and get Black Americans on the front line because their men aren't out there. And let me tell you one thing, fam. They got their men right now making TikTok videos saying they want the women to take over. See, they're different than us. Black American women, Black American men, we stand side by side. Their men put their women in the front. That's what they do. And then they'll turn around and talk about a birth of a nation. They don't really get down like that. Like Kaba said, any damn thing that they do to anybody they done did to their women first. Watch this man right here. This man is saying he wants the women to lead the movement. And then he starts comparing women to gorillas. Fam, you can't make this up. Watch.
It's time. We need you to take over. Everything across the board. Men have been dominating the human species for 10 to 12,000 years. No one asked them to. I don't think anyone took a vote on it. But the results, terrible, awful results with this experiment. Most people aren't aware that we have a close primate cousin called the bonobo. We share 99.8% of our genetics with them, just like chimpanzees. Chimps are a male-dominated species. They're violent, they wage war on neighboring groups, and they force females to mate with them through violence and aggression. Bonobos are a female-dominated primate species. Coalitions of female bonobos team up to keep aggressive males in check.
What the hell is this man talking about? Fam, you see what I'm telling you? You see what we talking about? Listen to this, fam. This man is talking about gorillas and why they women need to get on the front line. This is why they women is trying to get us on the front line. This is why we telling both of them, go to hell.
They're hypersexual. That sounds fun. And most importantly, I really want you to listen to this part so it sinks in. No one has ever observed a bonobo killing another bonobo. Ever. It's time for the experiment to end. Women, we need you to take over.
Are you ice garbage? Mom, let's go. Mom, who are you? What's your name? Are you ice? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ice?
There you go. What the hell is going on? You see why we're going to be on the other side of the earth when we see these people? Fam, I don't even want to be in the same hemisphere. Hell no. But you see, just look what you saw right there. That right there was a trans rally about the Minneapolis thing. I don't know how that ties in. The other guy said that they need to just go ahead and bow out, let the women leave. He was begging them. He was like, women, please take over now. You see? And then you seen the last person sitting there just screaming, and then you seen the other lady getting arrested. What the hell? You see why we out? Fam, there's a lot of reasons. 1, it ain't our fight. 2, stand down. 3, get the hell away from me. We need to add that one, fam. So you have not our fight, stand down, and then get the hell away from me. And like the previous sister said, the answer is no. Anything that can get the point across that we ain't y'all, we need to go ahead and put in the full swing and full motion, because it just ain't our fight and it don't go for us, because you understand what they're going to try to do if FBA gets involved. And fam, let me tell you something. Y'all know tethers are out there too now, fam. And I'm talking about the MOPS, the melanated tethers. They're out there and they're trying to get foundational Black Americans involved, and they're trying to get foundational Black Americans to ante up in this situation. And we still not. Look at this. They hiding still, fam. They still hiding. Look at this right here, y'all. This man is on the FBA must be CIA. FBA must be CIA. The woke agenda. Because he's mad that we won't go and get involved for massa that he loves so much. Everywhere you turn, you got a bunch of these bums.
The FBAs they're the CIA. I'm convinced. I've seen some of the dumbest shit said by these accounts. Either it's rage bait or it's the CIA. I'm saying it's the CIA, bro. Because how the fuck, how a country that enslaved your ancestors, took your people by force, brought them here, kept them trapped here. Y'all tried to leave multiple times. Y'all tried to build shit multiple times, got destroyed. Then employed systemic racism, drugs, and all kind of shit into your communities. And then at one point even bombed and dug up your communities and buried them with water. and y'all still want to fight to be somewhere like that, it's the CIA. There's no way. It's not real people. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't want to be African. Cool, bro. Cool. This iShow Speed stream is just showing y'all niggas like, yo, there's another opportunity. Like, USA is not the only place you have to be. So if you're getting treated unfairly here, you're getting treated unfairly in the UK, you're getting treated unfairly in Brazil, my nigga, there's somewhere where there's black people, where it's nice, where there's opportunity, where you can go. You know what I'm saying? We ain't forcing nobody. Nobody is forcing anybody. But these FBAs, not all black Americans. Most black Americans is just like this small subsection group of FBAs. They're like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like psychosis. They don't believe they're black. Or they don't believe Africans are black. They don't believe they're African, or they have any African ancestry. They don't want anything to do with Africa. Cool. You know what I'm saying? The traditions and things that went around from Africa, they don't even want to believe that's true, bro. They don't believe in history, dog. They don't believe. They just go off bro said information, and I think it's either psychosis or it's heavy drugs for coping. It's one of the two. The FBAs they're the
Family, do you see what I'm talking about? Just make it there. One of the 5 things and stuff, it could be what it wasn't, and it should have been what it did. Listen, this man, he trying to hide his tethered jawline. This man, he got a tethered jawline. He trying to hide his jawline. He like, then the FBA did here, and my mom kicked me out later today, and I can't get a date at all, and my breath stinks, and you can smell it through TikTok. Now they hiding their damn chins, fam. Okay, I done seen a tethered hairline, but a tethered jawline, goddamn, I might have seen the tethered jawline by this one clown bum ass dude. But either way, you see what we talking about. That's what we saying. You got these people who are doing all of these diversions to try to get us off of our square. Leave America. Don't do nothing for you. Come fight us in America. We all want in America. No, hell no, hell no. Fam, the power of hell to the no is extreme. You could tell everybody hell to the no. You could tell everybody get the hell out of the way. I'm serious, man. I'm not lying. Dude had a tethered jawline. That jaw started somewhere in goddamn Nigeria. That thing ended up somewhere in Ethiopia. I don't know what the hell was going on, fam. That thing went across about 7 nations. That shit crossed the damn desert. I seen zebras run by. I seen a big ass giraffe going, fam. All on dude's chin. By the time you got to his chin, you was somewhere in, I don't know, Zimbabwe, in the bushes. That's what Bush me to do, is start deforming your damn face. And we don't got that problem. And another problem we don't have is we don't have to worry about putting on capes for nobody, because now they starting to really get the goddamn point that FBA ain't going nowhere, and foundational black Americans are doing what foundational black Americans choose to do, because that's the FBA way. Fam, it's only the things that we say, the things that we've always represented, and the things that it's always going to be. And when you start talking about all of this, this is all too familiar, because as we ran out Black Lives Matter, y'all all remember that, easy work, part-time job. Remember we ran out Black Lives Matter? But do y'all remember running out another organization, showed up with weapons, talk real reckless, talk real crazy? Y'all remember this right here? And you name the list. I want y'all to enjoy how we go down the list. All these people have the same message. Inflammatory rhetoric, trying to get black Americans involved, trying to get us harmed. And every time that happens, we say hail to the no. How many of y'all remember this dude? Wasn't his name like Scam Master J? Y'all let me know. What was dude's name? What was this guy's name? Is it Scam Master J? Was that his name, y'all? Was it something like that? I couldn't remember. Okay, dude was like a damn infomercial DJ. Y'all remember that, y'all? Dude was an infomercial DJ. He was pretending that he was like this known DJ. Nobody in New York knew who he was. All my brothers in New York were like, who the hell is this guy? We don't know him. Remember he was doing all them infomercials and was talking about, I've been around for years. Oh, Grandmaster J. Yeah, okay. It wasn't Jam Master. It was Grandmaster. Is that what it was? He done changed a couple syllables around. Which one was it? Y'all remember, dude, he was doing DJ stuff, talking about some, man, I've been around for 15 years, man. You grew up listening to me. No, we didn't. We don't know who you are. All my old heads in New York didn't know who the hell this dude was. And then he was running around with what? The Not Effing Around Coalition. Remember? that Julio P. Newton was talking about ICE gonna F around and find out? You see these bold threats, F around. They both got F around in them. They was both running around talking all that talk, both showing up with weapons. This sounds very similar to Julio, don't it?
These white people are starting to ramp up. And all you coward ass niggas sitting around talking, they gonna get ass killed. No, you're gonna get yourself killed. These white people are starting to ramp up. And all you coward ass niggas sitting around talking.
Hey, what was Lawrence Fishburne's character in The Matrix? It's FBA Friday. It's Black Alpha. Y'all know we don't give a damn. We say what we feel like, baby. What was Lawrence Fishburne's character in The Matrix? I don't remember, but he dressed like him. This man looked like he want to take a pill or something. This man looked like he want to go down some stuff. Where Neo at? I don't know. This man dressed like the damn Matrix. He got the big anook on his chest, way oversized. Too much, fam. Too extra. This man looked like he in the damn Matrix. Where do they find these people? Y'all get him a coat, put him on, make him take a pill, look like the damn Matrix. This man wanted Morpheus. Yeah. Morpheus. I love y'all. Damn Morpheus in the building. This man went full Morpheus. He looked like he about to start just doing this. He about to start dodging stuff. If you don't get the hell out of here, they done found Morpheus. Jalapeno P. Newton. Shout out to the chat for that one. They got the Cos Panthers, the Rainbow Panthers. They got the Belgrande Panthers. Next is going to be the damn Jolal Panthers. And Akon is going to be Bobby Seale. We don't know what is going to be Akon Seal next, fam. They're going to have Mutombo Seal. He's going to be in here talking about something. You FBAs, we marched with you way back in 1997. Fam, I don't know where they find these damn people. Morpheus, if you don't get the hell out of here, hell no.
These white people are starting to ramp up. And all you coward ass niggas sitting around talking, they gonna get ass killed. No, you're gonna get yourself killed. These white people are starting to ramp up. And all you coward ass niggas sitting around talking, they gonna get ass killed. No, you're gonna get yourself killed. These white people are starting to ramp up.
And you working with them. You working with them, homie. Fam, y'all remember this is the same play. Look at this dude. We don't dress like that. What the hell is this dude? FBA don't rock. What the hell is he wearing? What is this man wearing, fam? Let's be real. Is this not building agent? Fam, FBA certifies we in here 2.8 thousand deep on a Friday night in the country that our ancestors built. It gets no better than this right now. What better time than now? What better people than us? What the hell is he wearing, certifieds? Where the hell did they get this guy? Where in the hell did they find dude? What street did they pull him off of? Was it the same street as this guy? Family, what's the difference between dude and dude right here? Somebody tell me, fam, it ain't equating over here. This looks like building agent. This is straight up building agent, fam. They done created this guy. They said, how about him? Some people go him. They done went and got them some funny style people. What do you say? My man said he from Planet Jolol. He from Planet Jolol. I'm going to laugh about that one all damn night. Planet Jolol done touched down. They said, we need to go get involved. They got some type of intergalactic battle in space. And they want FBA to go over there. They said, if FBA want to come, y'all can come on over there. FBA, show on up. We're going to have an intergalactic battle tonight. If y'all come, we're going to fight all the Martians off. You can come to the Matrix. We're not fighting for your fight in the Matrix. You fight for your fight in the Matrix. That is all on you, bruzzo. But don't include us, partner. What the hell is this? Fam, you're going to have to do better than that, fam. Listen. All the feds out there, all the boulets out there, the dominant society. I know y'all be tapped in any goddamn way. Go ahead and go get you somebody better. Find somebody. Fam, I don't want to have a building agent. We're going to put a nuke on him. He's going to have the Morpheus glasses. We're going to have him a red pill and a blue pill. He's going to talk jive turkey, and he's going to get black Americans all riled up to go fight in an intergalactic battle in, what is that, Jollof land. No, we ain't going to Jollof land, burrito land, curry chicken, jerk chicken. No, we good right here where we from, and we ain't going nowhere. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing. These people showed up with weapons. They was talking reckless. And y'all know how quick we ran them out the paint. Fam, has foundational black Americans made a living of running fake op organizations out the paint? These feds, fam, have we? I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, we all know Black Lives Matter was clearly a contrived op organization that was completely funded and funneled through all these different outlets. We shut all that down. We shut down Black Lives Matter. They were getting funded left and right. They were controlled by the dominant society. We shut down NFAC. We shutting down the Scam Africans. We shutting down the Cos Panthers. Everybody's getting that work. And it should be that way, because this is what happens when foundational Black Americans spot you. One thing about us, and this is what I love, and this is beyond everything. Black Americans, boy, we know a new face, don't we? If somebody shows up on the block, y'all, and they just talk about, what up, big head? Y'all's gonna come and help us? Black Americans pretty much know these individuals is fronting, right? We pretty much know these individuals ain't like us, don't we? This is what we've been kind of putting to a closure. We don't trust none of these. We know who they are, right? And let me tell you something. You don't want to go out there because you might end up like this right here. Everybody right now in the chat, do they got like waving hands? I don't know if they got them emojis, but if you can in the chat, give me a salute or a wave. I want everybody to say hello to Mrs. Margarita. Mrs. Margarita had a little incident with ICE. Did you guys see the video of Miss Margarita? You didn't see the video of Miss Margarita? Well, let me show y'all. Miss Margarita thought she was going to disrespect ICE, and ICE snatched her ass up and carried her off the block. I'm not lying. So shout out to Miss Margarita. Everybody say hi, Miss Margarita. Tell me, how's it going in that ICE detention? And I want everybody to show the world how it went down. Y'all salute. Y'all really doing it. Y'all cold. Boy, y'all Black American. I see why everybody be mad at y'all. Y'all too goddamn funny. Y'all too damn cold blood on these damn tethers and these ops. They be over there hitting air. Them damn FBAs, they funnier than me. They look better than me. They quicker than me. More clever. I ain't got they looks. I ain't got they style. Don't nobody want me. They be over there swinging in air. But fam, if you got them swinging in air right now, wait until after this one. Y'all wait a minute. Bye. Hello, Miss Maria. Nice to see ya, Maria. Wouldn't want to be you, Maria. Watch.
I want to move my car. I am disabled. I have a brain injury.
Stay back.
I am autistic and I have a brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic.
One more.
I want to move my car. I am disabled. I have a brain injury.
Stay back.
I am autistic and I have a brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic.
Fam, we used to tell them to hold their own burrito. Look like they holding the burrito. Damn, was they dragging her? Uh-oh, y'all know what? Do I gotta slow it down? Fam, do I gotta slow it down on a Friday night while we got about almost 3,000 certified FBAs in here? I think we're gonna go ahead and do the slow down remix because I couldn't really make out what she was saying, right? So I think if we slow it down a notch and bring it down, we might be able to make out what she's saying, because all I heard was, and I don't really know what that means. So let's go ahead and slow it down and see what Miss Margarita was really saying.
I want to move my car. I am disabled. I have a brain injury.
Stay back.
I am autistic and I have a brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic.
Damn, hey, even the TikTok thing went slow. It went, hold on, one more back. I gotta hear that, the slow motion TikTok. Damn. Must see TV. Must see. Hold on, there's another one. What was the precursor? Let's find out what it could have been, should have been, would have been. We in here. Let's go. One more time for your Mizan.
I'm not doing anything.
Ma'am.
I'm not doing anything, sir.
Ma'am.
I'm not doing anything, sir.
I've already told you.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
He gonna break your window. Don't make me. I'll slow down the window breaking. I'll slow it down.
I need you to unlock the door.
Okay, we already
Roll
spoke
down
about
the
this,
window.
sir. I'm not doing anything to y'all.
Unlock the door.
I'm not doing.
Roll down
They
the
wanna.
window.
They wanna. They wanna.
You gonna break the window?
Yes.
Break the
you need to.
windows. And this tow truck over here came.
Break. When you delineate, you watch the windows break because they want the player hate.
Over here too. I don't even know.
Just unlock the door and step
Sir,
out.
I'm not gonna do it because
Unlock the
I'm
door
not doing
and
nothing
step
to
out.
y'all.
Yes, you are at this time.
I told you. No, I'm not.
You are not listening.
It's not about
I
that.
already told you.
No, sir, it's not that. I'm not doing anything to
Yes,
y'all.
you are.
No, I'm not.
You are not listening.
I am,
You're
sir.
not free to go. You're not free to drive away.
Okay, I understand that,
You're
sir.
obstructing. The car has to be towed.
No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step
No,
out.
I no, it doesn't, sir.
Yes,
like I'm
your
a
hazard-
get.
Goddamn! Michael Myers! Man, what is this, Scream? He said, hello, Sydney. He said, hello, Selena. Goddamn! Hold up! Damn!
Sir,
Yes,
like I'm a
hazard-
get.
What in the horror movie is this? You know when the horror dude breaks the window? Oh, that's going with slow motion. Oh, we slow-moing that. Oh, that's getting slow-moed. He went bam.
Has to be towed.
No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step
No,
out.
I no, it doesn't, sir.
Yes,
like
your
I'm a
hazard-
get.
Oh, what the hell is going on? I see
That
why you
doesn't.
want
No,
us. I see why you want us in your rallies and your marches and your protests. I see why the men cry, the women cry, burrito cry, Brussels sprouts cry, everybody crying. I see why y'all want us. We ain't helping nothing. However, slow motion in full effect, y'all. Let's go.
No, it doesn't, sir.
Yes,
like
your
I'm a
hazard-
get. No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step-
No,
so
it
you need to
doesn't.
step-
No,
so
it
you-
doesn't. No,
so
it
you need to
doesn't.
step-
No,
so
it
you-
doesn't.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it
Yes, it
doesn't.
does.
No,
So
it
you need to
doesn't.
step-
Going home.
No,
So
it
you-
doesn't.
Get arrested.
No, it
you-
doesn't.
Call it ICE.
No, it
you-
Don't break it.
doesn't. No,
Guns
it
open.
doesn't. No, I no, it doesn't, sir. Like
Yes.
I'm
Your
a
hazard-
get.
Damn, she sound like a siren. Going home. Call police. You jumped the border. She done turned into a damn siren. She is Selena Siren, y'all. And you're still going home. Damn. Whoa. Damn. What the hell is going on? Somebody say Happy Halloween. You ain't never lying. What the hell was that? Oh, I know what that was. That was the same people trying to get us involved. She went into a full goddamn scream and sirens going off. Selena not doing too good now around here. Now, oh, you, Selena, it's not good. I see why you make videos to get me involved. And I say, no, go to hell because your problems are not mine. Not my problem. I have no problem. I come here legally. I born here. You come here, you fly here. FBA, we reside here. You are new here. You flew here. I grew here. So you got to do it all on your own. Family broke the window, busted the window, cracked it. She was screaming. That was a Selena siren, fam. I think the Mariachi band came and closed the night. It's closing time. And it's closing time for everybody. It's closing time with the Cos Panthers. It's closing time with the Selena siren. It's closing time with the NFACC, FYG, the BLMs. All of them can't swim. Okay, and all we do is win. So anybody running around here trying to jive turkey, dog, you dig? No, you done dug your ass right on out of our space, and foundational Black Americans tossed your ass out on your face. You see what happens, man? I'm just being honest. You see why they living like that. You see why it's going down like that. They women crying, fam. I showed you all them crazy W women crying. I showed you all of them crazy Latino women crying. My certified sisters are more beautiful and stronger than ever. I showed you the W man. He said, all the women, y'all lead. I'm going to go home. And I'm going to go ahead and look at some damn little videos, and I'm going to eat some goddamn Miracle Whip out the jar. Black American men, we stronger than ever. So it seems like they want us involved in things that do not concern us because they ain't got their business together. And when your business ain't together, you might get your window broke. I mean, damn, it is what it is. You get another window. You get another window. There's plenty of windows out there, man. Go get you another window, jive turkey. But that's the difference between us and them, everybody. Foundational Black Americans on the certified front, we're not moving. Stand down. These are live reactions. They cannot get us to mobilize. This is why there's no mass mobilization behind this situation. We're not putting it on the line for people who are anti-Black. We're not putting it on the line. Y'all got window cracking problems. What the hell am I going to do about that? Okay, that's another thing, fam. What the hell are we going to do? They want Black Americans to get involved. What the hell am I going to do? Jump in front of that? No, get your damn window cracked. You cool? You going to be all right? Why would foundational Black Americans get involved in any of this stuff? Because foundational Black Americans don't have any type of issue and no type of dog in that race. Show y'all something else. You want to talk about people having problems? Fam, they got a hell of a lot of problems going on. Let me show you more. Let me go ahead and go a live breakdown. We're going to go live to what's going on across the country, in particular, all these ICE protests. Look at this one right here, fam. You see this? Does this look like a situation that concerns us? Remember, we're not getting involved because it does not involve us. Look at this. Did y'all see this dude? He thought it was a great idea to run up on an ICE agent, and he can't see no more. He done lost his ability to see. Fam, this is what happens when you break the law. You get punished to the fullest extent. And in some cases, you can't see out your left eye anymore.
Well, can you tell us about your injuries now and the prognosis? Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard the doctors say and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life. They said my globe was ruptured. I had my lower lid was cut up, and they had to take skin from my temple to fix it. There's a lot to it. I don't remember all the things that they said. I have fractures in my skull that they can't fix, and I can't sneeze or cough because it's dangerous too. I remember.
Damn, you can't sneeze. You know you got your stuff wrecked when you can't sneeze. How the hell you can't sneeze or cough? Damn, you should have thought twice before you went to run up on a federal agent.
There's a lot to it. I don't remember all the things that they said. I have fractures in my skull that they can't fix, and I can't sneeze or cough because it's dangerous too. I remember also when I shot, there was pepper in it, and I had pepper down my throat. It made it hard to breathe for a long time. They pulled a piece of plastic the size of a nickel out of my eye. They said I had shards of metal, glass, and plastic all throughout my eye and behind my eye and in my skull. And they also said that I had a piece of shrapnel metal about a few millimeters away from my carotid artery. And
where the hell were you, Afghanistan? This man getting shrapnel metal like he went to Iraq. No, we cool. No. Y'all, you can take whatever little goddamn Black Panther want to be that you can have. No, we ain't getting involved in that. You getting damn wartime injuries in the streets of America, sticking up for people who ain't even supposed to be in America. Fam, where in the hell does that make any sense? Is this a winning endorsement? Let me ask y'all a question. and I mean this, please answer this for your boy. Has any of this made you want to go get involved? Do you consider this a good campaign for recruitment? Getting your window cracked open, getting your eye cracked open, getting your head cracked open? Does any of this make you want to go get involved in these illegal protests? I wasn't going to get involved in any goddamn way. Now, I really ain't. So do y'all feel this is a good recruiting campaign? Getting metal and plastic in your eye the size of a nickel? Looking like I seen people come back from Iraq who ain't injured like this. Somebody talk to me.
Can't fix, and I can't sneeze or cough because it's dangerous too. I remember also when I shot, there was pepper in it, and I had pepper down my throat. It made it hard to breathe for a long time. They pulled a piece of plastic the size of a nickel out of my eye. They said I had shards of metal, glass, and plastic all throughout my eye and behind my eye and in my skull. And they also said that I had a piece of shrapnel metal about a few millimeters away from my carotid artery. And they said it was a miracle I survived, because if it got any closer, if it hit that, I would have died that night.
Totally blind right now? You see nothing out of the eye?
Nothing out of his eye. Yeah, it's black.
Damn, were his fingernails black? Hold on. This man got black fam? Let me ask you a question. Did them fingernails make you want to go get involved in this? That hell no don't turn into a hell no. I done added about 105 new hell no's to the first hell no. So we got about 106 hell no's. And the last one came with that eye and them fingernails. That is the person that they say is a Rainbow Coalition? Well, family, let me tell y'all this. You can keep the Rainbow Coalition. I'm going to stay certified black. See, when you're black, you don't go looking for other colors. You're not running around here saying, can I get this color too? What about this color? That's a great color. Man, another color. Fam, y'all out here still searching for colors. We already got ours. Black, B-L-A-C-K. And if you put a certified on it, you put a foundational on it, then you're winning. And that's why we staying away from all of them, because we winning and we moving in the process. These people out here getting messed up, fam. It ain't going too good for these people. Okay, it's not going good. We can sit back and watch these videos, but y'all know why we roast these people with such cleverness and such energy, and why we be laughing? It's because they going through it right now. They catching hell. These aren't people who are prevailing. These are people who are failing. Remember, y'all, they only come to Black Americans when they lose it. And since everybody's coming to Black Americans, that means everybody's losing except for Black Americans. They losing right now. The desperate attempts are out there and they keep on failing. They keep on faltering. They're not used to this, fam. They're not used to spending money that they don't get a return for. They're spending money and they're not getting nothing in the process. They're spending money and they can't get Black Americans to lift a fingernail. Fam, I ain't even seen the damn COONs out there. Let's be real, y'all. Go back to the Black Lives Matter. Remember they was twerking for justice? Remember they was crumping out there? You don't even see them losers out there. Even the damn losers got the point. We done broke these people to the point where they can't do nothing but come up with a damn jive turkey Huey P. Newton. They already had a Morpheus. They got a Siren Selena, and they got No Eye Emerald. And now look, fam, they out here begging Black Americans, they pleading Black Americans, and they praying for Black Americans. And Black Americans are saying the same thing that we've been saying the same time, hail to the no. So that lets you know we are winning, they're losing, they falling out, they falling flat, and we still handling business. See, you got to remember, and I said this before, y'all, we are still handling our business. And since we're handling our business right now, they don't really know what to do. They don't really know what to do because we're still handling our business. We're still out here holding it down. They haven't been able to deviate us. Remember, we're not getting involved in their protests, and we're still focusing on our agenda. There's a lot of lost time for these people. They already fell any goddamn way. So imagine all of these protests and rallies they keep getting caught in, and we just still going. It's like being on a highway. You look on this side of traffic, everybody's in a traffic jam. On our side, top back, just driving. Fam, you don't know how healthy this is going to be for us in the future. The fact that we have not got bogged down by giving and instituting our energy for someone else. This is wonderful. Trust me, we're going to make some insane gains within the next 6 months to a year, second year, third year. Watch the gains that we make simply because our energy has not been devoted to other people. And those other people, they out there getting wrecked right now. So FBA is winning all the way across the board. And one of the things that we do by winning is putting receipts on the table. We go into the inside. We break down everything thoroughly, right? Y'all know I'm going to have receipts, and I'm not going to show you something unless it's certified, genuine, and it's been marked. I already showed you inside of this whole cosplaying Panther organization. I showed you guys all Tamale P. Newton. I showed you guys the Tether Panther Party. And hell, we even seen Selena getting dragged down the damn street. One more thing I want to show y'all, my good brothers and sisters, and I have to show my good brothers and sisters, is we went even deeper into their organization, and family, it is littered with Latinos. Remember, for all the new people in here right now, we already dropped the receipt. This Paul Birdsong and what we've been calling Paul Birdsong, we've been calling him the Julio P. Newton. We pulled out his paperwork, family, and you can see it's documented right there. This guy is from an immigrant background, and he's got a parent who is a mixed Caucasian, Caribbean. You see Mexican Julio, you see Venezuelan Julio. Those are all his cousins. So, family, we went in, and I've also showed you guys this right here. This is who they are trying to say represents the Black Panther Party for self-defense. And clear as day, these people are not indicative of the Black Panther Party for self-defense, because the Black Panther Party for self-defense would never rock like that. But I'm going to show you guys footage inside of their party and show y'all none of these people are Black. These are not Black people. Family, what you're seeing now is a Latino Panther Party that is being spearheaded by the #1 Julio P. Newton, who's out here. And by the way, the P stands for Pinata. Okay, so you have Julio Pinata Newton. Yes, y'all want to see Julio Pinata Newton? There goes Julio Pinata Newton. And inside of Julio Pinata Newton, boy, I'm funny as hell, boy. I just made that one up on the fly. We freestyle and still be whooping them up. Inside of all of that, the organization has people that are not Black Americans. So this is why Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, denounce all of these new Black Panthers, cosplaying Panthers, want to be Tether Panther parties, because they ain't us. Look at this, y'all. First and foremost, voila. But I'm going to take it a step further. You got Julio Jr., Julio Sr., and all the above. Watch.
How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing well.
Hey. So we're here at Maria's shelter currently.
No, right here on the table.
We're doing our donations for the community. This is the second shelter we're at currently, but we're joined here by Black Panthers.
Yeah. Okay. The revolution will not be televised.
Can I get a hello for
All power to the people.
All right, power to the people, y'all. We out here for y'all. Pushing peace. This is for the community. All right.
And leading the charge by John Mitchell,
Lulu.
Abrams, and
There go little Julio and little family. Where are the Black people? Them ain't no damn Panther babies. I'm gonna be honest with you. Call ICE on them and they won't be around tomorrow. Somebody call ICE on the cosplaying Panthers, because I got a strong suspicion, and I suspect a lot of them are illegal, y'all. Where are the Black folks? And did she say in Maria's? Hold on, ho.
Right there. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing well.
Hey. So we're here at Maria's shelter currently.
No, right.
She said in Maria's. Fam, she said Maria's. I didn't even catch that. Did she say Maria? We want to be talking about Maria Hernandez Sanchez Selena. And it looks like Maria Hernandez Sanchez Selena is a part of the Latino Tether Black Panther Party. You can't make it up. There you go, fam. Maria is literally there. Y'all know we was clowning. We were talking about Selena, Maria, and Margarita. And then literally there's one. You see one. You can't make this up. She says she's at Maria's shelter. This is a Maria and a Margarita. Them is not Tamika. Tamika is the Black Panther Party, not Senorita. Hell no.
Right there. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing well.
Hey. So we're here at Maria's shelter currently.
No, right here on the table.
We're doing our donations for the community. This is the second shelter we're at currently, but we're joined here by Black Panthers.
Yeah. The revolution will not be televised.
Damn, look at all them Latinos in the back, y'all. Look at 1, 2, 3. Look at all these Latinos.
Revolution will not be televised.
Look at all of them, fam. This is a whole Latino party. Look at this. Look look like the damn Latino caucus. This looks like the Latino caucus. Man, they go Marco Rubio. Why Marco Rubio in the background? Damn, I see the damn president of Venezuela, Maduro. They go Maduro in the back. I thought Trump arrested you. Maduro in the back, fam. God, is that where Fidel Castro's been? Come on, Bad Bunny. What's going on, fam? This is the Latino caucus. These are all Latinos.
Can I get a hello for him?
All power to the people.
All right, power to the people, y'all. We out here for y'all. Pushing peace. This is for the community.
What community? Alpha who? Look at these Latinos. Look at them, fam. That's not the Black Power fist. That's the Goya Powder fist. This is the Black Power fist. That is the Goya Powder fist. This is the Latino Panther Party. Now they're making it to where they could just be any Panther Party. But there's only one Panther Party, and that's the Black Panther Party. Let's stop playing.
I showed you
all right.
the Nixon blowing a bugle and leading
Yolanda.
the charge by John Mitchell,
Lulu.
Gerald Abrams, and Spyro Agnew. Confiscated.
There you go, y'all. I told you we was gonna go all the way in, and we was gonna put it all on the table. You see right there, right on the table, man. Yeah, Don Julio, absolutely. You see, just call ICE and all that's gone. Call ICE and it's a wrap. ICE pull up, you won't see them no more. You won't see them, fam. Nope. ICE pull up, them folks is gone. And that's what I'm saying. So this is what they're doing. And this goes back to the original point that we made in the beginning of the broadcast. When I started talking about Tupac Shakur and how they didn't like him because he was a Panther. I started talking about Malcolm and Martin, how Martin and Malcolm, obviously, clearly legends, the best of the best, right? But the thing about the Black Panther Party was the Black Panther Party represented a renaissance of Black American culture. You can see everything in Black American culture in the Black Panther Party. The Black Panthers were the ones that really, really made the dominant society and the establishment afraid. This is why when you look at their surveillance and the things they did to them, it wasn't just about getting these revolutionaries who were invoking change. It was a lot of things. One of the main things that they wanted to do with the Black Panther Party and stop them, they fed the community. The brothers and sisters stood on business. You had everything in the Black Panther Party. You had a warrior class. You had intellectual people. You had people who took care of the medicine. You had people who took care of each other, watchers and observers, very devoted. You had young people, old people. You had people in chapters all across the country. But the main ingredient and the main thing that they did not like about the Black Panther Party is that the Black Panther Party represented and it mobilized Black Americans based on Black American culture. You've seen the culture. These was brothers and sisters. That's why so many of us have family members who were in the Black Panthers. The way they dressed, the way they talked, the way they spoke from the streets. They don't like when some of these street cats get together and take the movement forward. They don't like that, fam. They'll listen to the intellectuals, cool. They'll listen to the street guy, cool. But whenever you get the intellectual and the street guy together, that is what makes everybody afraid. And that's why they were so afraid. And notice, fam, right after the Black Panther Party, what's the next thing you started to see? You started to see what? The Africanization. Notice, y'all, everybody talks about all this Pan-Africanism and Huey Newton, and he said, fight for the world. And Malcolm said, fight for the world. And they were the Rainbow Coalition. Notice, fam, you didn't see all that Pan-Africanism back in the day of the back in the day of the Black Panther Party. What you did see is the Pan-Africans trying to take over it. And that's why they gave you that US organization. You see what I'm talking about? They ended up doing the US organization later because they were trying to Pan-Africanize the culture. Follow it now, fam. You have the Black Panther Party, which represents Oakland, California, and then it starts to spread all the way across America. Think about this as well. Tupac Shakur and the Black Panther Party up there in the East Coast, fam, Afeni Shakur and all the Panther 21, that's in New York. I want everybody to think about this, y'all. The rap beef, right? The East Coast, West Coast thing, that started in about 94, 95, 96. Do y'all, 30 years prior to that, family, the Black Panther Party for self-defense, there was no East Coast, West Coast. You literally had the Black Panthers that were in Oakland, California. You had a massive branch that was in Chicago, Fred Hampton and them. And then you have a massive branch all throughout the South and on the East Coast. These brothers and sisters were on the East and the West Coast, y'all. That is dangerous. 30 years later, people was beefing East and West Coast. They had a Black American empowerment movement, and it spread throughout the Midwest. They were represented in every single region. Y'all know how when we pop off and we do the roll call, the Black Panthers were all the way across the board in all of these different areas, and they all represented, spoke that talk. Fam, if you out here and you got like a message that's all prim and proper, yeah, cool. But when you got that one that the people in the streets resonate with, oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And that's what it was, man. The Black Panther Party resonated with Black American culture. They exuded Black American culture. That's why you start to see them trying to impede it with the us movement and Pan-Africanism and Kwanzaa and all that. With who are they? Working with the feds, right? Notice I'm going to connect all the dots, fam. The us movement was working with the feds, and they pushed a Pan-African movement. At the same exact time, the Black Panthers were pushing a Black American culture. Remember that. Black Panthers pushed a Black American culture. Yes, they did Black empowerment. Yes, they were out there, but their main thing was we're Americans. That's what it was. And this is why they came after with all the extras. This is what they're trying to do now. Do you think it's a coincidence, family, that at the same time there's a Black American Renaissance and we're representing our lineage, heritage, and culture where they've been trying to Pan-African us? You got some wannabe Huey P. Newton pop up, Pinata Newton, and he starts talking about the world and rainbow. That is a double-sided thing, right? It's a double-edged sword. On one end of the sword, they want to take us and bring us down because of the Revolutionary Warrior class. The second aspect of that is that they want us to knock it off with all this lineage, heritage, and culture. So in essence, family, the same thing that they're doing to us now is what they did to them then. They don't want you to be a warrior class, representative, revolutionary that's represented by men and women, and it exudes Black American culture. They would much rather have you be rainbow, Mayo, or Pan-African. I rest my case. And that's what they did with the Black Panther Party. That's why it's always been a thing. They never stopped. Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, Fred Hampton, they're always. Y'all know the damn movie. Think about the movie, right? With Fred Hampton. Who they go get to play Fred Hampton? A damn African. You see? Think about it, y'all. There's a Huey P. Newton movie that just came out. We didn't even rock with that movie. How many of y'all seen that movie? Did y'all see it? Was it any good? Was it any good? They had that Huey P. Newton movie. Was it on Netflix? Y'all let me know something, fam. Because I don't remember. I never watched that movie. I seen the previews. All right. And I've never watched the movie. I didn't watch it, but they had the Black Panther movie in the 1990s, right? 95. There was a Black Panther movie. There was the Black Panther movie like we're talking about right now. They made, I know Bobby Seale for a fact. Matter of fact, Bobby Seale said that they wanted to make Panther movies, and basically the studios wouldn't let them do it. The studios wouldn't let them do it. You didn't watch it either? You didn't see it? See, we didn't rock with it. Y'all didn't. Ain't none of us, fam, they made a Huey P. Newton movie and we didn't watch it. That's because it wasn't representative of the culture. You said you didn't see it. You didn't see it. I didn't see it. None of us saw it. None of us went to go watch that movie because it wasn't indicative of the culture. And we know damn show the damn Fred Hampton movie. Dude did not come across like Fred Hampton. He looked like an African who was studying Fred Hampton and trying to pretend to be Fred Hampton. As a matter of fact, the dude who played Fred Hampton in that Fred Hampton movie, he was giving me the same vibes I get with this guy right here. This guy has watched and studied Huey Newton, and he wants to go out there and relive Huey P. Newton, but he ain't Huey P. Newton. That's the same exact vibe that I got from the guy who played Fred Hampton. He was just watching and cosplaying, literally cosplaying on film. So yeah, y'all didn't see the movie. I didn't see that movie neither. I didn't see it either. Yeah. You didn't somehow say you didn't even hear about it. Yeah. Because it's not FBA. And the great Bobby Seale, certified salute to Bobby Seale. Much love and respect. Remember, y'all, Bobby Seale's still alive, and we don't give Bobby Seale enough credit. Bobby Seale is up there, in my personal opinion. You got a lot of great ones. Huey, Bobby, Malcolm, and Martin. Bobby Seale don't get his credit. Bobby Seale is still around now, and he was the architect of all of this stuff. I know dude wants to keep quoting Huey P. Newton, but he ain't quoted Bobby Seale one damn time. Okay, remember that. All right, if you want to come around and you want to keep quoting Huey P. Newton, but you don't say Bobby Seale, and Bobby Seale's here today. Maybe that's why you don't want to say it, because Bobby Seale's still here. However, Bobby Seale said they wanted to make all these Panther movies and the studios wouldn't let them. All the books that are about the Black Panthers are written by white folks. The movies are directed and produced by white folks. And they're very, very bad takes on what ended up occurring. And Black Panthers have come out and said, no, that's not the case. So remember that, y'all. They infiltrated them to the maximum. All the Black Messiah stuff, that's all about the Black Panthers and trying to stop them. So we're living in that motion today, and this is why we're shutting it down. And notice, fam, the same way y'all ain't see that movie is the same exact way you ain't gonna see these scam Africans or these cosplaying want to be Black Panthers. We shutting all of them down at the same damn time in the process. Let me tell y'all how they play the game, though, right? All these rainbow people. How many of you guys out there are familiar with Richard Anoki? You guys familiar with him? Since we want to go down the list, right? I know you guys are. We want to go down the list of how they always played and how the rainbow stuff always was a bad deal. You see right here, Richard Anoki. This is the guy that ended up arming the Black Panther Party. Everyone knows that he was working with the feds. Shout out to Bunchy Carter. Yep, absolutely. Rest in peace. Look at this right here, family. This is Richard Anoki. This was the guy who was working with the feds. Let me tell you the propaganda that they're running around here. Look at this, family. This is from TikTok. Okay, this was just yesterday. They said, do you know one of the original Black Panthers was a Japanese man named Richard Anoki. I think it's Anoki. Yep. He was an American educator, college counselor, best known as a civil rights activist. Absolutely, family. I see y'all in the chat. Love y'all. A double agent. This was a double agent, brothers and sisters. Absolutely. And he was out there working with the feds. This is how the Black Panthers got all their guns, because he was a gun smuggler. And what he would do is he would give the guns to the Black Panther Party, and he would give it to a bunch of hotheads and people who were not in the Black Panther Party. They would go do crimes, and it wasn't even the Panthers who committed it. Look at these right here, family. Look at this. Watch it. He looks like damn Morpheus. Look at this picture right here. This is him later on with Bobby Seale. This is why it's very, very dangerous to have some type of rainbow coalition with these individuals. They're only there to serve themselves. This is him with Big Man. Rest in peace to Big Man. Big Man passed this a few years ago. Much love. Original Panther member. He was a FBI agent. Look at this right here. Y'all remember seeing that one? Yellow Peril supports Black Power. Family, that's the same thing they're running on you today. The only difference is, fam, no disrespect to the past, we ain't making y'all mistakes. It's not my job to make your mistakes twice. And if anybody out there wants me to make the same mistakes as some of our ancestors and some of our legends, you're sadly MFing mistaken, because I ain't making them mistakes. There will not be no Yellow Pearl in the Black empowerment movement today. There won't be no Rainbow Coalition today. There won't be no All Lives Matter today. They may have made those mistakes back in the 60s and 70s, but we won't be making them in the 2000s and anything. Trust me when I tell you that. Proceed. This was him out there, family. He was out there, but he was promoting rights of Asians. The same exact way that everybody marched with George Floyd and they were pushing their own agendas, making it look like it was ours. That's what he was doing. He was pushing his own agenda. They love to come around us and make it look like they're fighting for us, but they're trying to take the spotlight from us so we can focus on them. Fam, that's one of the oldest ones in the book. You better try again. We too damn thorough for that one. You better go get somebody else to play with. And the same time all of this is happening, he's working with the damn feds and he's doing all the damn gun smuggling. And next thing you know, the brothers and sisters in the Panthers would end up getting harmed. And what would end up happening, y'all? They would get harmed. And then once they get harmed, they would blame Black folks. Yellow Peril supports Black empowerment. Free Huey. You see that right there? Let me give you guys a little thing that we've been doing over here. You guys know the motto over here is Free Huey, right? I'm going to go ahead and give you an example of this, right? Free Huey is a term that started all of these people now talking about free my cousin, free my brother, free my dad. All the injustices of Black Americans, all of the injustices that Black Americans have encountered from the police department and the police force and the oppressive systems where we have been unjustly locked up, we have been unjustly executed, going all the way back in time. That is what Free Huey represents. So when you see people even today, and they have shirts that say, free my cousin, free my brother, free my sister. When you see people spray painting that, free this, that all goes back to the Free Huey movement. The Free Huey movement was after Huey P. Newton was unjustly jailed based on having to take care of a police officer that was trying to unjustly harm him. And Huey P. Newton went to jail and it started the Free Huey campaign. So every time we say Black is beautiful, Free Huey, or anytime you always see me start the show or end the show and I say Free Huey, and everybody knows, I have to make no bones about it. The whole world knows Huey P. Newton is my revolutionary idol. He's my favorite. Everybody knows that. I make no bones about it. But it's my way of honoring him. And at the same time, it's my way of honoring all of the Black Americans who have been unjustly locked away, who've been humbugged or railroaded by this system. Well, what ended up happening with the Free Huey campaign, that started having all these other people screaming Free Huey. So people started popping up and saying, Free Huey, because what it really was Huey must be set free. And then eventually it just turned into Free Huey. And that gave way to the modern day of everyone says free somebody. That all started, fam. That's the history of it. So anytime you hear somebody saying free this, free that, they got that from the Free Huey campaign. That's where it started. Who created the Free Huey campaign was Kathleen Cleaver. You know, much respect to Kathleen Cleaver. Kathleen Cleaver, certified salute to you, sister. She started the Free Huey campaign. And it was a way to bring awareness to him. And that started the movement. But what ended up happening is white people started screaming Free Huey and coming to the rallies. And then Asians started screaming Free Huey, and they started coming to the rallies. And just random people started screaming Free Huey and coming to the rallies. This is when the Black Panther Party first started to get infiltrated by outside organizations. Anywhere previous to that, the Black Panther Party was just black folks. So don't let these people make it sound like they had a mantra or an agenda that was specifically to allow other people in. The Black Panther Party was never to allow other people in. Because if that's the case, they would have never named it the Black Panther Party. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, very, very intelligent brothers. They would have just said, hey, it's the Everybody Panther Party. So they named it the Black Panther Party because it was about black people. I showed you the footage. I showed you all the clippings. You've seen it. Big Man. You've seen Bobby Hutton. Okay, all across the board. These were people that were representing Black Americans. If it was about everybody, then how come they always patrolled the Black American community to protect us? How come they always patrolled Black American neighborhoods to protect us? How come they were looked up upon as hero figures from Black people? You didn't see no little white kids looking up to Huey Newton and Bobby Seale. So it lets you know it wasn't about anybody but us. But the Free Huey campaign inadvertently became a situation where people could just pop up to the rallies. Remember, y'all, there's a danger in rallies. Rallies are how they infiltrate us too much. Shout out to the Certified Foundational Black American Family, because we've had our reparations rallies, and what we did, we learned from the past and we didn't make the same mistakes. Don't ever let nobody shame you with making the mistakes of your ancestors, and don't let nobody shame you with critiquing your ancestors. I will critique my grandma if she messed up, because guess what? I'm going to want my grandkids to critique me. That's how you better the community. So they're always trying to sell us that. So we learned from the past and we said, nah, we ain't letting nobody come to these rallies. That's why if you ever go to any of the foundational Black American rallies, it's a bunch of foundational Black Americans. And we watching for any outsiders, right? We're keeping them at bay. This is what we ended up doing now. But back then, the Free Huey rallies, everybody showed up. And this is how it got infused with feminism. It got infused with All Lives Matter. It got infused with Asian people and Asian pride because they didn't shut it down. And these people said, well, if I scream Free Huey, then it'll look like I'm one of the black folks. Doesn't that sound very familiar? If I scream Black Lives Matter, I'm one of the black folks. If I scream New Black Panther Party, I'm one of the black folks. You know, the beautiful thing today is that the only people who can scream FBA or Certified Black Society are FBA and Certified Black Society. We don't let nobody run around screaming our stuff. Never trust any black anything where people who aren't black can freely say it, because it ain't yours no more. And this is the play. They want to have a Latino Panther Party. They want to have a rainbow Latino party, a Latino rainbow fam. They want to mix it all up. The Latino rainbow, the African rainbow, the rainbow. They want to have it all, because if there's 1 million Black Panther parties, then there's no Black Panthers. That's the play here. And this is what they're doing. So now you're going to start seeing them trying to push a White Panther Party. Look on this broadcast today. You've seen a Latino Panther Party, a Rainbow Coalition. You've seen the White Panther Party. This is so they can have 1 million Panther parties, and now it ain't black people no more. Because remember, everybody can be black. Nobody's black. A friend to all is a friend to none. And this is why we've been shutting it down and maintaining and gatekeeping our own perspective and not allowing anybody else to come in. And if there's an escort that wants to escort people in, we going to escort your ass right on out. But it ain't going to feel too good. Trust me, walking in is going to feel way better than when your ass gets thrown out. And that's how you gatekeep, and that's how you keep things precise and concise and all across the board. So when you scream Free Huey, my brothers and sisters, scream Free Huey with the essence of honoring all of the Black American brothers and sisters who were unjustly harmed and unleashing your foundational Black American Black empowerment pride. That's what it's really about. It has nothing to do with anybody else, and it has no means to getting access into our community. We shut that down. That is a little history lesson from Black Alpha. Now, let me show y'all something as well. Look at this. The same Richard Inoki family, I went and did some research on him because he's a very strange character. Disappeared. Nobody's seen him for quite some time. No one knew where he went. Well, Black Alpha unearthed some tweets from his Twitter account. Yeah. Because remember, y'all, this guy was talking all that black stuff, black this, black everything, right? Down with the black folks. It's known that he was a federal op. He was an operative. But then he just disappeared. And then I noticed around 2016, he reappeared. Family, y'all know when you're rocking with Black Alpha, it's like a roller coaster. We're going to go all the way around, but I'm going to land you right on your feet back at home. Look what I found out, family. Richard Inoki had a Twitter account. In the midst of all of this stuff going on, Somehow he found Twitter. His Twitter account ended up popping up at the same exact time that Black Lives Matter started to pop up. And look at some of these tweets from Richard Inoki's Twitter. The first one, he says, the longer we are divided, the longer it'll take to make us united. We should go stop the Trump administration altogether. 2017? That sounds very Democrat. Look at this next one, you guys. Trump wants to build a wall. The Third World Council we formed wasn't made to allow stupid ideas like this to keep happening. 2017 again. What else did you say, Richard? Sad to see us take many steps back because of Trump after moving many steps forward with Obama. 2017. Very interesting. And what about this last tweet that was made by Richard Inoki when he came out of hiding, y'all? Many innocent African Americans are being unalived just because their skin color. How much longer do we have to wait for justice? Hashtag BLM 2016. I rest my case. So when you see the direct parallels, family, with Richard Inoki, the Fed, who got a lot of Black Americans jammed up, and then you see Julio Pinata Newton talking that Black empowerment stuff, there you go. You connect the dots, fam. If you're in the game, you can see the way the game is played, and you can bring it all the way back around. And a very suspicious thing, that account was made right when Black Lives Matter popped up. It had a bunch of tweets, and as soon as Joe Biden became president, you didn't see it no more. Inactive, nothing on it. So do you guys see right then and there, Richard Inoki, who represented the Rainbow Coalition, the All Lives Matter, and the Asian infiltrators of Black Panther Party, he's a supporter 60 years later of Black Lives Matter, and he's against Donald Trump, for Barack Obama, calls us African American. That is all liberal Democrats. The same liberal Democrats that are telling you right now to go pick up arms and to put your body and your family in harm's way for an illegal immigrant who broke into this country unlawfully. You see the same characters, you see the same play, and if you watch it and you observe, it's easy as 1, 2, 3 that you can identify them, expose them, and G-check them. And that's exactly what we do. So that right there shows you, family, whether it's an op from back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, or it's the 80s or the 90s, nothing changed but the numbers on the range. And we know exactly what they're trying to do. This is why they cannot do it. Remember, when you know what they're going to try, you can shut it down before they get it off. And this is why intelligence is so powerful, because Black Americans, by G-checking and delineating, there's a certain level of intelligence that comes with it. You can't just be any person who pops up off the street and delineates or regulates. You may not be intelligent enough. This is why we certify, because we know exactly what these people are trying to do, how they're going to do it, and the maneuvers in which they're going to do, because they've done them all before. So I want everybody to think about this. Richard Inoki, okay, Scam Master Grandmaster Morpheus, and Julio Pinata Newton, they all represent the dominant society's fake infiltration of Black American culture, but they all run into the same damn thing. That is us, certified Black society, and we don't give a damn. We check in the process. And when we check them all in the process, y'all, I want everybody to see this and understand this. Black Americans, we so thorough with every single thing that we do, y'all, and we keep calling these individuals out one by one, and it don't stop. We have made a country based off of our bare hands. We have made an environment and a culture based on our warrior class. And we're going to make a whole new wave based on our delineation movement. And everything right there all goes back to Black Americans. It all goes back to Black Americans. You can't even find anybody that can match us in any aspect, because we keep getting better and better and more thorough, and we keep pushing forward. And the more we keep pushing forward, fam, that is shutting down everything. Everything is being shut down. They can't really move the way they want to move right now. They're out here begging us left and right because they understand Black Americans aren't falling for the okie doke. We ain't going for the flim flam, and we ain't being had, bamboozled, hoodwinked. None of that. None of that. Nope. So anybody who has a new organization, an op organization popping up left and right, trying to get Black Americans involved, y'all notice that they all start dealing with the same situation? You notice that they all keep falling? You notice that they all keep getting broke down? Well, when I'm telling y'all people get broke down, let me show y'all something. Now, with this whole tether thing going on, I'm going to show y'all this picture. And this picture is a bunch of tethers that all classify themselves as white. Now, remember when people were classifying themselves as Black and committing all these crimes and cosplaying us, nobody had a problem. Now I want everybody to see this right here. Look at your screen, my brothers and sisters. That screen shows you every single person who's been classifying themselves as a white person who's been doing crimes, but they're illegal immigrants. You see now? Two things. Number one, these people all come here to the United States of America so they can be accepted by the dominant society. Notice, they all are white on paper. So when we say these people ain't Black, they say, how you gonna say they not Black? Because they don't classify themselves as Black. That's why. When we say that these people come over here and they want to snuggle up next to the dominant society, there you go. That is them snuggling up next to the dominant society. Look at every last one of those individuals, family. They are all out here in America swearing by God that they white folks. And now it's going to have to be a problem that them white folks going to have to deal with. Oh, you got to love this picture. Screenshot this if you can, family. Look at that. Oh, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more, and they're all across social media right now, mad as hell. They across social media, and they saying, they out here acting like us. This is not us. We don't condone this. Nah. You're going to have to deal with this. Because remember, you ain't had no problem when these individuals was coming over here and they was disrespecting Black Americans. No, you ain't had no problem then. I don't want to see no problem now. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. These individuals are the same individuals that they want to tell us that we down with, fam. It doesn't look like these people want to be with any type of foundational Black American. Doesn't look like these individuals want to be down with certified Black society. Let me tell you who these folks want to be down with, my good brothers and sisters. They don't want to be down with a rainbow coalition. They want to be down with a Mayo coalition. There you go. So, fam, is it safe to say that we have cut off every damn body? We have cut off all the cosplayers. We have cut off all the fakes. And now are all the fakes a part of what they should have always been a part of? The Mayo coalition. And since you're dealing with a Mayo coalition, that means the Mayos got to deal with them and FBA won't. So, fam, we done shut it all the way down. These people know what time it is. They know foundational Black Americans run the yard. They know they can't do nothing against us. They're not going to hit us with any form of bamboozling, diversions, trick tactics, misdirection. We shut it all the way down. Miseducation, misdirection, misrepresentation. That's another one. And none of that stuff is working on us because, quite frankly, we're just not allowing it. So, no, go ahead and have your Mayo coalition, and all the Mayos and the want-to-be Mayos can go have fun. You can have fun. So, Timu P. Newton, Julio P. Newton, Pinata P. Newton, all of them are over there on the side that's not FBA because we don't reside there. We don't reside there at all. We just moving along the way that we best know how. And this is how you shut these folks down. Another thing that I'm going to show my good brothers and sisters, my certified Black society, how we get down and how we get busy. People know one thing. They keep running around here trying to say Black Americans is this, Black Americans is that. Black Americans are exceptional. So you better say that all in the process. And if you ain't saying that in the process, then you ain't welcome. Look at this right here. This is what we mean when these individuals keep trying to say ICE is going to come get Black Americans, this, that, and the other thing, and we shut it down. This is how we shut it down. And this is how the world knows Black Americans ain't falling for none of that.
Be coming in my comments talking about wait till ICE come after me because I'm next. Let me just say this, bro. Say it with your chest. Because that's not what you really want to say. Man and woman, both of y'all been saying. You want me to be next. You hope I'm next. It's an indirect threat. You try to hide behind the wait till ICE come after you. That's not what you really want to say. You hope I'm next. So I'm going to let that indirect threat slide because I really think it pisses y'all off that it's literally impossible for me to be next. I think it pisses y'all off that I'm just not in that situation. But the indirect threats, bro, y'all ain't really got to do that. Just say it with your chest on how you really feel. ICE has already came to my city, and I just stayed out the way. Just like if there was any day that somebody said there's heavy police presence in this area, I just stay out the way. But I don't have nothing to look back over my shoulders for. I have nothing to worry about. So it really pisses y'all off that y'all fell into this trap of being lied to, talking about they're coming after us next. They're going to get you next. I'm not the type to be fearmonger, bro. You actually sound dumb as hell. I'm really not one of them. ICE was here. I went about my day, went to the stores I needed to go to. I never had to look over my shoulder. They probably saw me. They be in unmarked vehicles, but I have nothing to worry about. Y'all be having these doodle brains listening to everything on the internet, talking about they coming after you next. But see, y'all need to keep that over there, though. Don't come in my comments talking about I'm next, because that's not really what you mean. You want me to be next. You hope I'm next. So instead of this indirect threat, just say it with your chest on how you really feel.
That's what we've been saying. How long we been saying that, brothers and sisters? How long we been saying that? It ain't about Black Americans being next. It's that everybody who wants you involved in these protests, they want you to be harmed. Everybody who keeps saying that you're next, they're mad because they're next. That's the truth of the matter. Foundational Black Americans are in the same exact position that we've always been. Exceptional. Ain't no next. Ain't no deported with the non-deportables. Notice it's everybody who can be deported who wants us to be deported. Notice everybody who cannot stop the deportations who want us to stop the deportations. It just sounds like everything you do and everywhere you turn around is somebody trying to involve foundational Black Americans. That's the one side of it. Let me give you the flip side of it. The flip side of it is they can go to hell because we out here winning. And we watching them get burnt. We watching them crash out. We watching them get their eyes swole. We watching their windows break. We watching them get sent out of this country. And we laughing in the whole damn process. So it's got to be a terrible thing to sit down and wish and hope Black Americans go through something and it's not happening. And it's also got to be a terrible thing that while you sitting there wishing for all these things to happen, it's happening to you. It's got to be a terrible situation for these people to be in. So when you start dealing with these false, want to be frauds, fam, it's going to be a million more frauds that they're going to pull up. But every last one of those frauds are going to end up getting the same exact treatment. What treatment have we been doing, though, fam? That right there. That's the Black Panther Party. That's the Black Panther Party that we're going to always represent. And that's the Black Panther Party that we will not allow anybody to try to cosplay or to steal. Foundational Black Americans, certified Black society. I'm talking to all of you. Look what the work that we've done by ourselves. Look what we've put in on our own. We have always did for ourselves. We've always held ourselves down. We ain't never need nobody. We ain't never asked for nobody. The only thing foundational Black Americans have ever done was sit back, be foundational Black American, and exceptional. The only thing that foundational Black Americans have ever done was sit back, do our damn thing, and watch everybody. And now they watching us in the process. You can come up with whatever the hell you want to come up with. We still gonna feed these damn babies. So you can go get Julio P. Newton. Yes, you can. You can go get Jalapeno P. Newton. Yes, you can. You can even go get Siren Selena. Yes, you can. And you can even go get the Tether Panther Party. One thing they all gonna have in common is that every last one of them is gonna be on the chopping block. Every last one of them is going home. Every last one of them got to see us and we ain't moving. So foundational Black Americans been doing our thing. And let me tell you something, you know we doing our thing, especially when you start seeing the aunties and the uncles. And the aunties and the uncles is out here cooking. Fam, let me show y'all this right here. This is what we mean. When we say it's not our fight, stand down, broadcasting live, and why these people ain't mobilizing, but we mobilizing, what I mean by that is simply this, brothers and sisters. Our energy has went across this whole generation. Our energy has went across this whole era. Everybody is on the same page. People who notice are not on the same page as us, they falling out and they falling down fast. People who aren't really kicking a real delineation movement, they are realizing they get left behind. Let me tell you the difference between before and now. Now, Black Americans, we are on code, one code. And this is why we're going in one direction. And this is why we whooping everybody's ass. It's because it's unbreakable, untouched, unmatched, stronger than ever, undisputed. Family, this ain't our fight. They know this ain't our fight. So they better fight by their damn selves.
To my foundational Black people, stay out of it. Mind your business. Don't you go out there helping nobody. Don't join nobody because this is not your fight. These people are thieves, disrespectful. They hate Black American people, and so do the Democrats. They hate Black American people. Because if we have our own businesses and our own schools, what they did, they burned them all up, blew them up. If they looking for one guy that's trying to unite Black people together, what do? They'll blow a whole city up just to get him. This is not your fight. These people are the same color as you, and they're allowed to beat up police officers, National Guards, and ICE agents, and they're allowed to rob trillions of fucking dollars with no penalty.
Talk your talk, certified sister.
And now that it's time for them to get the hell up out of here, you mean to tell me you want to help that? Mind your business. This is not your fight. The reason why you don't see dogs and water holes and unaliving and shit coming out the sky, because the same ones that did that to us is the same ones protecting the illegals right now. Woo! Because if they wasn't protecting them, then why there's no dogs or water holes yet? Mind your business. You don't join nobody that blew up all your ancestors' shit and allow illegals to come here to have their own shit, plus rob us, plus disrespect the country. We ain't never treated our country that way. And we all got killed. Let's not fuck around. Stay your ass in the house.
D-Zam! Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. When auntie tell you, stay your ass in the house, stand down, it's not our fight. Stand down, it ain't your fight. In family, there's a million aunties, there's a million uncles and cousins and brothers and moms and dads and grandpas, and we all represent this here, this lineage. Number one, can't nobody see us. Fam, we done shut them down. I don't give a damn who you get. You go ahead and get Julio Pinata Newton. Damn him. Get out the paint. Checkmate, partner. Go ahead and get all the scam Africans. Go ahead and get the Rainbow Coalition. Get the Cos Panthers. And we're going to let them all know there's only one Black Panther Party. The Black Panther Party represents foundational Black Americans, and you can't have it. As the sister said earlier, the answer is no. And what I say right now, hell to the no. Family, we gatekeep, we keep everything in house, and we let the world know this is FBA all damn day, and FBA don't play. Certified up and everybody else down. Whether they like it or not, they just got to deal with it. This is the time we on, brothers and sisters. We done shut down every organization. We done went down this list. We have showed all of these different individuals. We broke down who's really on the inside. We showed who these people really represent, and all of the answers go back to the same place. They all represent white society. Yes, just like the sister said, just like the previous sister said, just like the brother said, just like y'all saying, everybody all came to the same conclusion. Let me tell you something. When you got almost 3,000 certified foundational Black Americans and we all seeing you as a fraud, your ass a fraud. When you got almost 3,000 foundational Black Americans, we all seeing you as a cosplayer, your ass a cosplayer. And when you got 3,000 foundational Black Americans calling you out, your ass getting kicked out. So consider yourself kicked the hell out of any FBA certified space, because we control our own. It's all about the Black Panther Party. It's all about foundational Black Americans. It's all about whatever we create. Whatever we create got our fingerprints on it, nobody else's. We run these people all the way around in circles, fam, and they can't keep up with us. We wrapping them. We got laps around these individuals. It's beautiful to be a foundational Black American, and it's beautiful to be in this era and this time frame. Soon as I seen this, y'all was like, damn, I'm getting them. Y'all knew I was going to get them. Let me tell you something. You ain't going to talk about me when I'm out here talking about Free Huey and I'm talking about the Panthers all damn day long. You will not disrespect my idols. You won't disrespect my elders. You won't disrespect my ancestors, because one thing that's different between a lot of people before and right now, Black Alpha don't give a fuck. And y'all know I'm going to say something every time. And what I say, gonna wreck them, move mountains. And that's exactly what we're doing. And let me say this as well, y'all. Beautiful with the power to the people. Much respect. See, we clean up things that were bad before, and we insert new things. This is how you grow, right? So if we see something that was done incorrect, we correct it. We see something that needs to be fixed, we fix it. We see something that was good, we continue it. If it ain't broke, don't break it, right? So a lot of people been talking about power to the people. Cool. But now I'm starting to see white feminists say power to the people. And I told everybody before, power to the people's cool. It's a nice term. It worked back in the day, but it's kind of been convoluted. So what I like to say a lot of times, family, is a beautiful, beautiful term. And out with a lot of the terms that they've taken from us and in with the new terms that we made for us. Because y'all know one thing about this era, fam, is all about Black Americans doing it the Black American way. So if everybody out there They say, jive turkey. You know what I'm saying, dog? We gonna run up on the W establishment. And they talking with a fake ass black exploitation accent from the 70s when really it's a Latino accent. They can go ahead and run with all that. Powers to the people, because they people ain't our people, because they not like us. But I'm gonna tell you what they can't take, tell you what they can't stop. And this is the thing that's running the whole damn country. It's all about black empowerment. Somebody says this, you already know. Family, you be walking down the street. You be at the movies. You can be on the job. If you ever hear somebody yell out loud and they say, certified salute, then you already know that it's a foundational black American. So out with the power to the people, in with the certified salute. That's the new wave that we rolling. That's the way of the 2000s. That's the wave of the future. We certified black society. We certified foundational black American. And there ain't nothing better, fam, than sitting down and giving your brother or sister that salute. That means I rock with you. I see you. I love you. I'm going to hold you down. And family, I'll say all of those things to you. I love you. I'm going to always hold you down with a passion. I got your back inside out every day, all day. We rocking with new energy, with a new wave. It don't matter how old you are, fam. You ain't ever old enough to do something new. Remember that, okay? You could be 88 years old. You might wake up with something that's brand new, nobody thought of, that it changed the world. So either you're going to change it for you, you're going to change it for the future, or you're going to just change it right now at this moment. But change can be made by anybody. So always remember, if you see Black Alpha, and it's happened to me before, certified salute them, because that certified cannot be taken away. That certified is certified all the damn time. Now, my brothers and sisters, let me show y'all something right here real quick. They know what that is. They see what that is. I'm going to go ahead. Y'all know how I be doing. I'm going to give y'all a second to screenshot this, okay? Y'all know I'm going to drop out for like 10 seconds, and I want all y'all to screenshot this, and please post this on all your social media so the whole damn world knows that we out here holding it down, breaking them down, and FBA run the town. Black Alpha, 1 second. Y'all screenshot. There they go. There they go. I hope y'all got Julio and the tequila and everything in between. So these people know we ain't playing no games. So family, we done won another one, another round. We always up. We in the winner's circle. We at the winner's table. They bow down when we show up, and everybody else just gonna have to sit back and watch, enjoy the show. Because FBA, we putting on right now for the whole lineage. I love y'all with a passion, fam. I want y'all to have a great week. This has been a phenomenal broadcast. And y'all know I was gonna come cook. When the number one activist shows up, I put all of the busters to shame. So all of them are right now in shame, family, and we running the game. You know it. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Please, please, please stay safe, stay beautiful. Hold me down, baby. And I'm going to always represent y'all to the fullest. And just know, fam, out with the old, in with the new. But we take everything that our ancestors gave us and we make it better. And that's how we grow, okay? So right now, y'all, you're going to wake up tomorrow even stronger than you are right now. And we're going to take this thing to another level. There ain't no type of imagination that can see how high we are going to be. I'm telling you, fam, I feel it right here. You feel it right here. There's a spark. There's a gleam. There's a different shift. There's an energy. It's turning right now, y'all. And every time it turns around, the spotlight always ends on these 50 million beautiful Black American soldiers. And I love being a part of them, and I love it with y'all. Certified salute. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. We gonna cook them up. We gonna roast them up and throw their ass to the curb. And we gonna do it with that real style. G'd up from the feet up while they toe up from the flow up. Certified salute from the number one activist, Black Alpha Network, baby. We in here. Love y'all with a passion. And always remember, no matter where you go, damn the jalapenos, this the real. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter where you at, that black is beautiful, and beautiful is always black. And for the family, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. I need y'all to say this one with me, fam, because we say this all the time. I don't know about nobody else, but y'all know we say this all the time, and we're going to say it even extra right now. Certified salute to y'all. Peace and love from Black Alpha, number one. Checkmate. One more time, let's bring it all the way home. Love y'all. Enjoy your weekend. But this one goes up to the sky. Certified salute. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.